Yo, 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 what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, one and all, to Game 2 in the Eastern Conference first round of the playoffs here. We were in the first round of the playoffs, and we are covering a game today between the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. Guys, the Knicks got the win last time these two teams played in the first game of this one. And I've got some cool data to show you guys based off of that specific game. And, of course, what we like to talk about when we break down these teams. I'm going to actually get into some more detailed stuff. And since we're only doing one or two games every day, and these teams are it's easier to update the data right now. So we're going to have fresh new data every single time we go live. Last time we were live, the last 2 days we were live, we did historical data. So when we were looking at the 2025 or when we were looking at the postseason stats, all of those postseason stats from last night and the day before, those were entire career postseason stats. I've updated those. So today's stats, everything you see on the right-hand side, those are going to be from last night's game or yesterday's or the day before yesterday's game, but it's going to be a culmination and a compilation of this postseason. Anyways, quick shout out to the chat room. I see you guys in the chat. Viper, what is up? Robert Zamora, Jeff Sims, I'm with you right here, bro. I'm happy to be doing this as well. We got Robert in the house, Viper in the house. We got Tony in the house. Shout out to you guys. What up, Bruce Wayne? All right. Rock and roll, guys. Cheers to y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's start off with some fist bumps. That's for the fellas. Welcome, guys. Okay. Pistons, Knicks. Let's look at it. So, if we look at these two teams head-to-head, these are regular season stats for the 2025 regular season. 2024-25 regular season. 2024 regular season is 2025, so I'm tripping myself out. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that overall, the New York Knicks are slightly better than the Detroit Pistons, and saying slightly better doesn't even feel right. This can be anybody's game. Gray59 in the chat area right now is asking who I got in this one. Honestly, I got the New York Knicks in this one, but I'll explain more here in a minute. But I like your question, Gray. I appreciate that. You actually got me back on track because now I'm going to ask you guys who's going to win this one. Is it going to be the Pistons or is it going to be the Knicks? I think it's going to be the Knicks. And let me explain to you guys exactly why I think it is going to be the Knicks. Before I even show you guys this next graphic, I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing that stood out to me the most was the turnovers. It was the turnovers that the Detroit Pistons had. Let's go ahead and pull up this recap, a recap of the last game between these two teams. In game one, the New York Knicks beat the Detroit Pistons 123-112. In that game, guys, the Pistons were shooting really well from beyond the arc, but they couldn't sink a bucket inside the paint. The New York Knicks ran off with it. It actually looked like the Detroit Pistons were going to win that game. And all the way until halftime, through halftime, the Pistons were looking good. New York Knicks, though, Jalen Brunson had himself a day. Karl Anthony Towns had himself a day, and we're going to get into all of that here as well. But this is the team recaps, and this is the one right down here that I'm talking about. 21 turnovers. Dude, if you give the basketball to the other team 21 times, you're going to lose the game. It's that simple. Protect the rock. Protect the basketball. Pistons unable to do that. But there were a lot of people, guys. There were a lot of people, or a lot of players for the Detroit Pistons who have never been in this situation before. This is, 21 is crazy, Bruce. 21 turnovers in a single game. That is absolutely absurd. Another thing that I noticed watching what little bit we watched of this game yesterday, or what we covered in this game yesterday, I noticed a lot of ISO ball. Not a lot of movement, not a lot of ball movement. And when you compare that to like what the Denver Nuggets were doing, where you see 50-plus assists in a game, you look at both of these teams and you know that it's going to be Cunningham and Brunson basically working the court the entire time. They're not moving the basketball around a whole lot. This is hero ball, ISO ball, one-on-one matchups, can't win in rotation, and both teams have been playing defense, in my opinion, pretty well. It was a fun game to watch. I actually wish I would have covered that game instead of bailing on it. Again, my apologies for that. It really was a good game at the end of it all. Final score of Game 1, 123-112. This is rounding out all of the numbers, guys, around the NBA. So, Western Conference, OKC has a 1-0 lead over the Memphis Grizzlies. The Houston Rockets lost yesterday to the Golden State Warriors. Warriors got the win there. An upset over here with the Minnesota Timberwolves. By the way, interesting fact about this postseason, guys. Did you know that across the first 8 games, that was the least amount of free throws that were ever, like the least amount of free throws in the first round of the NBA playoffs? I heard that stat earlier today. Whether that's true or not, or maybe I misheard, I'm just calling it. I'm just saying what I heard back from ESPN or from TNT, I guess in this case. But yes, what does that mean? The fewest trips to the free throw line. If you were with me yesterday, you heard me say time and time again, how is that not a foul? How is that not a foul? How is that not a foul? Guys, it's already an area, a topic of conversation across the NBA. You've got reporters talking about it. You've got players talking about it. This is going to be a very, very physical style of playoff. And you know what? There are no two teams that are nittier and grittier than the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. These guys will bash each other's heads in, and the referees probably just going to let that happen. Okay, let's take a look at these teams, a refresh as far as where their numbers sit and where their stats are. We're going to start with the away team. So, Detroit Pistons, guys, regular season numbers on your screens right now, whether it's on your phone or on your TV. Don't matter. It's playoff season, baby, says Aaron. I'm with you, Aaron. Wheel decided, says Viper. Let's see. I'm going for the Knicks, says Viper. Okay. I'm reading the chats right now, guys. I'm out in the chat box right now. Leola checking into the conversation right now. What up, Leola Gonzalez? She says, hello, Mario, mods, and chat. Shout out to you, Leola. Welcome. All right, guys. 11th in the NBA in points per game. The Detroit Pistons looking pretty good. Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham had a pretty good game. A lot of the offense, most of the offense ran through him. Specifically, let me pull up these numbers right now, actually. I think this will be a good one. Let me pull up these numbers right now for you guys. Let's not just be about it. Let's talk about this. He wasn't even the main point scorer. I will say Tobias Harris did win. In my personal opinion, Tobias Harris had the best game. Now, Cade Cunningham did contribute tremendously. He did put up 21 points. Cade put up 21 points. But Tobias Harris put up 25 points. Not only did he put up 25 points, he also had 6 rebounds as the team leader for the Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham did lead the team in assists with 12 assists. But the number one player in Game 1 for the Detroit Pistons, for sure, 100% Tobias Harris. And I know I have these graphics, and I'm talking about something else right now. Let's run through this graphic right here, and then we'll go through the graphics of the players in their games. Just so much to talk about in basketball. It's crazy, right? Because football seems so complicated. The rules seem so complicated in football until you look at the stats and the breakdown and the analysis, and all of it's very straightforward. Basketball looks very easy to play and understand, and then when you look at the breakdown of the stats and the analysis and all of that, it's so overwhelming how many things you got to keep track of. Not the point. The point is, middle of the pack offense isn't fair to say. They are top 12 in a couple of these categories, and it comes down to a lot more than just these few statistical pieces. Defense over here, their defense is really where the Detroit Pistons, it's under the rim. It is tough, physical, hard-nosed defense by the Detroit Pistons, and we're going to see a lot of that today, guys. Let's look at the home team really quick. Actually, before we look at the home team, let's go through the breakdown of the Detroit Pistons, and let's talk about Tobias Harris. Let's start by taking a look at Cade Cunningham. Let's start by taking a look at everybody on the court. The starters for this game, guys, Jalen Duren, Tobias Harris, Ausar Thompson, Tim Hardaway, and Cade Cunningham. These are going to be your main starting players for the Detroit Pistons. Center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, and point guard. Those are your main guys. And as I said earlier, Tobias Harris with 25 points. The biggest blemish on this team, guys, I'm taking a look over here at my stat board. I think the biggest issue in this game, and one of the main reasons why I'm not going to say that despite having 12 assists and 21 points, Cade Cunningham isn't the number one player on this team, is because he turned the basketball over single-handedly. Cade Cunningham gave the basketball up 6 times. He had a target on his back. The New York Knicks were going after him the entire time, and he was forced to pass the basketball. He was forced to move the ball around, and because he was forced to move the ball around like that, 12 assists is a high number, that is going to force him into making mistakes. They're going to push him to pass the ball left. When the other players realize that this is what's happening, you can anticipate the pass and clog up those passing lanes and hopefully poke the pass away, and maybe someone else can come away with the steal, fast break, easy buckets. That's how the Knicks were able to come back and win that game on Saturday. So, on the 19th on Saturday, that's how it happened. Cade Cunningham, while he put up 21 points with 12 assists, also gave the basketball up 6 times by himself. He had as many turnovers as Tobias Harris had rebounds in that game. Not a winning recipe. Let's take a pause, though, and look at these numbers. These are all of his numbers from this game on Saturday. This is the 2025 regular season and the 2025 postseason. He played 39 minutes in that game on Saturday, and in those 39 minutes, which is more than what he normally plays, which is to be expected out of your starters in the playoffs, he did not reach his regular season numbers. He did on the rebound category. That's fair, right? And I'll give it to him on the assist column. But no steals in this game, no blocks in this game. He is well below his averages for field goal percentage in Game 1 and well below his average in three-point percentage in Game 1 as well. 25% from the floor is bad shooting. Guys, doesn't matter where you're shooting from, behind the arc, doesn't matter. Bad shooting from Cade Cunningham. If the Pistons go down 0-2, they're probably not going to make it out of this round. So the Detroit Pistons going to need a steal. I keep hearing them say that the Detroit Pistons are in a need to win situation. Bruce Wayne saying, how are you going to blow my cover? Mario, when you hit 30K subs, I'll do a face reveal. Okay, Viper, I see you. Batman joined the chat. I see what's going on there. Detroit Pistons, says Leola. What up, guys? Good to have y'all in here. Okay, so we're looking at Cade Cunningham. We're just breaking down his performance throughout the regular season, and this was Game 1 of this postseason round 1. Okay, Game 2, very close, guys. Let's take a look at Tim Hardaway. Now, Hardaway, very quiet game. Like, I guess that's not fair to say. 19 points isn't a quiet game, but he is actually, that makes him 4th on the list in scoring for that day. That's fair. Okay, let's just go ahead and tell you who the top scorers for the day were last week. Or I say last week, I'm so used to football. Last game, in Game 1, the top scorers, Tobias Harris with 25 points, right up here. Cade Cunningham with 21. Malik Beasley checking in with 20, coming in off the bench there. You got Hardaway with 19, Thompson with 10, and Schroeder with an additional 8. Duren comes in at 7, so that's the whole list in the starting lineup. And if you want to see some additional faces, these are those bench players. Malik Beasley coming off the bench, putting up 20 points is very respectable. Got to give this man his flowers for what he did in Game 1. If he can do it again in Game 2, that would be great, but we need to see more out of the rest of those starters. Dennis Schroeder being inside of that top 6. He's coming off as the 6th man right there as far as scoring goes. Perfect place for him to be. Hardaway in Game 1, 19 points in that game, guys. He had 1 assist in the game, 2 rebounds in Game 1. He did get a steal in Game 1, and he was shooting 53% from the floor. Not bad for Tim Hardaway in Game 1. Detroit Pistons looked okay. They did get the L, but that's how it happens. How about over here? Shout out to Lucinda checking into the conversation. Hello, Lucinda. I see you out there in the chat. Appreciate you saying hi. Let's take a look at Thompson. So Thompson, as I mentioned, had 10 points in this one. Not a whole lot. He played 23 minutes, so he did get a bump on minutes there as well. I should have moved this cursor over, bloop, just right over there. Anyways, 1 assist, quiet game there, 6 rebounds, good numbers. Didn't even attempt a three-point shot, but he's not a three-point shooter. Point is, he still shot 50% from the floor. I'll give him kudos for that. I'm okay with those numbers being on par with the regular season numbers. He could have done more defensively to attempt to get a steal of some, like, you know, maybe 1 steal would have been nice, a little sweetener to the pot right there. But overall, a pretty solid performance. I will say this again, guys. Let's go back to Cade Cunningham. This was his very first playoff appearance ever, right? So 21 points in your very first playoff game. Lights very bright in Madison Square Garden. I think he did a pretty good job. So, okay, power forward. This is the wrong graphic here. Let's find this power forward slide. Power forward away. Beautiful. Okay, this was the man. 25 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks on top of that as well. This guy, take a look at these numbers, y'all. In this season, he's been doing pretty well. He's been shooting well. But then we look at how he played in game 1. 61% from the court. 61% from the field. That is insane. And how about 80% three-point accuracy? I don't think those numbers are sustainable, but this is looking very good for Tobias Harris. Maybe if they can protect the basketball, and it's not Tobias Harris's fault, it is Cade Cunningham's fault, although Tobias Harris did have 1 turnover in the game compared to Cade Cunningham's 6 turnovers in the game. But Tobias Harris and the Detroit Pistons need to protect the basketball. If they can do more of this, right here, 40 minutes in that game, that's insane. There's a chance that the Pistons could win. I don't know, man. Y'all are saying it's 50-50. We've got a 50-50 split. I asked who's going to win. Half y'all said Pistons, half y'all said Knicks. Only 9 votes today. Quiet chat today. It's going to be quiet, y'all. It's Monday. It's game 2, and so low-stakes game. But it's just more snaps, more repetition so I can get better at calling these plays, at calling these games. And when we have a closeout game, those closeout games are going to be much better if I get more comfortable with what's going on the court. Unfortunately, I do not have a trivia quiz for halftime, but that's okay. I've got plenty of data and plenty of stats to share with you guys. Anyways, I've been focusing a lot today over here on the Detroit Pistons. Last player before we move over to the New York Knicks is Jalen Duren. Duren, 25 minutes on the floor on Saturday, game 1. Game 1, he put up 7 points, which is less than his normal average. He did have 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 blocks, which is more than what he normally does, and he was deadly accurate under the rim in that game. They're going to need more out of him, though. 7 points ain't going to cut it. And as long as they can protect the basketball, I'm telling you, 21 turnovers is huge. Here it is one more time, guys. Game 1 results. This is what it looked like for both of these teams in Game 1. The New York Knicks, again, 123-112 over the Detroit Pistons. Pistons shot better from beyond the arc. Field goal percentage was higher overall, though, for the New York Knicks. 26 assists in that game. They were moving the basketball just a little bit more than the Detroit Pistons, getting some good rotational looks. Total rebounds, just 1 more for the Detroit Pistons as they crashed the boards. The biggest issue, the biggest discrepancy between these two teams is that turnover category. 21 turnovers to 11. So let's take a look at the New York Knicks. New York Knicks offense, top 10 in points per game, top 5 in field goal percentage. They showed it yesterday, or they showed it on Saturday. Let's look at that one more time. On Saturday, what is that, 52.7. So they shot a little bit better. It's over my shoulder right here, 52.7%. You can see that over my shoulder. Overall, throughout the regular season, 46% throughout the regular season. So they had a very good day from the floor. Knicks playing pretty well. Let's see. I see another conversation, another chat coming in right here. Viper asking Mario, did you get that crazy thunderstorm this weekend? Yeah, we actually did. Did we? We got some rain overnight, but it wasn't anything crazy. Doesn't matter. This guy wants to talk about the weather. We're out here at the NBA playoffs, and Viper wants to talk about the weather. Come on, bro. That's okay, man. Ask away, bro. I do appreciate you being out here watching this stream with me. Got any questions about basketball? I might be able to drop my opinion for you. All right, Knicks, 58%. Looks like we've got some people who are making up their minds right now. Maybe we've added some persuasive arguments. Defensively, the New York Knicks are not the team to fear. Defensively, they are at the bottom of the barrel, bottom 5 in 3 categories. They're bottom 5 in total rebounds per game, defensive rebounds per game, I should say. So defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds, those are the numbers there. Three-pointer percentage, 36%. That's bad. 26th in the NBA. Not great. 25th in the NBA in overall field goal percentage. Defensively, like allowed. Defensively. Get my head out of my rear end. Shout out to Robert checking in. Marty's ready to party, saying Knicks game. Just a lot of thunder and rain and wind. Yeah, a lot of thunder. A lot of Oklahoma City thunder as they beat the brakes off the Grizzlies. My goodness, that was an absolute that was wild, guys. Knicks smoking the Pistons like a pack of Winstons. Nice. Pacers stink. I see your comment out there. Shout out to you. Father Time saying, interesting. Bad defense and still forced 21 turnovers. Very bad defense and still forced 21 turnovers. I say bad defense. This isn't necessarily – I'm going to amend this as the playoffs go further because 5 categories – like I said earlier, 5 categories in a basketball game is nothing. You need to have like 10 or 15 different categories to really break down this this whole thing. Like defensively, I don't have blocks out here. I don't have steals out here. I don't have, just a lot of things that could be added. And we're going to add those. But for now, these were the numbers. Let's take a quick look. Tip-off is in about 5 minutes here, so let's run through this. Your starters today for the New York Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. These are your bench players. Let's pull up the actual starters. Starters today for the New York Knicks at center, Karl Anthony Towns. At power forward, OG Anunoby. As small forward, Josh Hart. At shooting guard, Mikal Bridges. And at point guard, Jalen Brunson. That is your squad today. Head coach Tom Thibodeau. This is your squad today. For the New York Knicks, everybody is healthy. Top players, though, for the New York Knicks, man, I tell you what, Jalen Brunson is an absolute baller, guys. That dude is a dog. He put up 34 points. I'm pulling this up right now. Jalen Brunson, 34 points in that game. He led the team in points, 34 points. Not only did he have 34 points, we'll talk about Brunson one-on-one right here, but team leaders in this game, Game 1, points, Jalen Brunson with 34. Rebounds, Karl Anthony Towns with 11 rebounds. Jalen Brunson also led the team in assists, so he had 8 assists. Steals, check this out, guys. OG Anunoby had 5 steals in the game. Small forward gets credit for that. And Karl Anthony Towns, give him another 2 blocks to add to that stat box. Quick look at the point guard situation. Jalen Brunson, as I mentioned, regular season, 26 points is what he averages. Game 1 of the postseason, he puts up 34 on 40 minutes. 40 minutes in Game 1, 34 points. Assists per game, normally he averages about 7. He came above and beyond on this one. Rebounds per game, doesn't matter. I mean, it's 3 versus 2. Marginal, I guess you could say that's a 50%, 33% decrease, 50% increase. Depends on whether you're going up or down. Anyways. Steals per game, didn't have a steal. Blocks per game, he doesn't really block. Wasn't the best day shooting for him. He did improve a little bit in the three-point category. I should have moved this little ticker over here. A lot of things to keep track of. You guys can see the numbers, the tickers. I might as well just get rid of them altogether. You guys can basically determine which number is bigger than the other. Okay, that's Jalen Brunson in a quick little nutshell. Let's take a look at the shooting guard position here. So, Bridges had a very quiet game by his standards. By his standards, guys, he did play 29 minutes, 8 points in that game. Let's pull this up. 8 points in the game, guys. He did have 2 rebounds. That's not great, but everything else was pretty quiet for Bridges. Didn't even hit a single three-point shot. Let's take a look at this three-point category. I think I saw something here when I pulled up these stats that shocked me, the way he played from beyond the arc. Bridges, three-point attempts. Okay, it wasn't so bad. Three-point attempts, he had 2 of them. He made 0. Not so bad. It's OG Anunoby who we got to be concerned about. He had 8 3-point attempts, and he only made 3 of them, shooting 37% is not terrible. 37% is not terrible from beyond the arc. That's okay. That's acceptable. Okay, anyways, not a whole lot to talk about with Mikal Bridges. We'll live without it. How about Josh Hart, guys? Josh Hart in this game, 13 points, game 1. About his average, he got the same numbers here in the assists per game. Came in a little bit under his rebound category. He did get a block, which is good for him. So he does have that additional block in game 1. Guys, 3 points from three-point land. Josh Hart, despite only taking 1 3-point shot and making that 3-point shot, which is why he has 100% from beyond the arc. He did also shoot 60% from the floor. Total points, 13. Josh Hart, pretty good job. Can get some of those turnover categories here as well. The steals are in here, and as I was saying, OG Anunoby, those steals for OG Anunoby, huge turnout. Not just there, but 23 points. I know Jalen Brunson had 34, and that eclipses just about everything, but 23 points is nothing to sneeze at. This is huge numbers for any one player. He was a bit of a ball hog, didn't pass the ball around, but he was also the man who was doing the dirty work. He was the one who was taking the bumps and taking the hits inside the paint. 7 rebounds per game. 7 rebounds in that game is way more than the 4.8 rebounds per game he averaged during the regular season. He knows what is at stake right here. He showed up big time. Every category except for one got better during this postseason debut over the regular season for OG Anunoby. And if he's got the hot hand, I think he can come back out and start swinging even harder in this one. But the Pistons are going to try to lock him down. That's just the name of the game. Curious to see what kind of adjustments the Pistons are going to come out here and do. Now, Karl Anthony Towns is another person that we got to talk about. Both him and OG Anunoby had 23 points, but OG Anunoby actually beat Karl Anthony Towns in offensive rebounds. Karl Anthony Towns did have 11 defensive rebounds. OG Anunoby had 4 offensive rebounds, none for Karl Anthony Towns in game 1, 3 of them for OG Anunoby, who was under the rim and ready to get at it. Now, Mitchell Robinson, the backup center, also had 3 offensive rebounds in that game, which pretty good numbers for him. Okay. Take a look at this. Karl Anthony Towns had 5 assists in that game. I got to move that over there. Rebounds, he had 11 rebounds. He had 4 steals in that game. 4 steals in that game. 2 blocks in the game. 71% from the floor and 33% three-point shooting. Not bad for a guy that's not really a three-point shooter. Shout out to Marty. He says, who are the Giants picking at the 3rd spot, Shedeur or other? I don't know if they're gonna go for Shedeur. I don't know if Shedur's gonna go in the top 5, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. Is that crazy of me to say, Marty? I think that might be crazy. Okay. Barkley talking on tip-off like he knows how to win a championship. No rings. Hashtag no rings. Okay, Detroit Pistons and New York Knicks. Game should be starting right here, right now. Don't have any action just yet, guys, but it is 6:30, and tip-off was scheduled for this time. Head-to-head, guys, we can look at all of these players head-to-head throughout the regular season. We can talk about how they played during the regular season, but it doesn't matter because this is in the past. Regular season numbers look good for both of these guys, but as we saw, 34 points for Jalen Brunson in Game 1. Just 24 points for Cade Cunningham in Game 1. So, yeah, you know, kind of is what it is. Okay, let's pull this up. Should have tip-off any moment here. Okay. Cade Cunningham actually had 21, not 24 points. How's everybody else doing out there? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I think we got some newbies in here right now, about 65 people hanging out. How are you, beautiful people? If you're new to this channel, what's up, guys? My name's Mario. You're watching Football Nation. We do this a lot more frequently now. During the football season, we are live Mondays, Thursdays, Sundays, Sunday, Monday, Thursday. We are live all of those days to cover football. But as most of you know, football season is over. Basketball season is here, and we are now in the playoffs. Scrolling by at the bottom of the screen, we've got some prop bets right there. Cade Cunningham over 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So I don't know how I feel about that. 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had, Cade Cunningham. Let's take a look at it. So Cade Cunningham had 21 points. He had 5 rebounds, which would put him at 26. And then assists, he had 12. So 26, that would put him at 38. So the under would have landed. Does that make sense for those of you who don't normally prop bet? For those of you guys who don't normally bet but you're curious as to what the hell that means? That's what that means. Cade Cunningham, if you add his points, his rebounds, and his assists, they should all be a combined 42.5 points. That is the prop bet for today. Yesterday, or on Saturday, game 1, he had the under on that. Let's take a look at his actual averages. That's very curious. Let's take a look at his actual averages. Cade Cunningham averages 26 points, right? Plus 9 assists. That would put him at 35. So 35, and then rebounds plus 6. That would put him, right at 41. 41, 42, it's close. That's his average. You could go under and feel okay with it. You could go over if you're feeling a little spicy. Based off of those numbers right there, I would take the under on that. That is just me, and I'm just breaking down the numbers. Please do not follow the betting advice of some random on this. Father saying, I'd take the over on Cade. Father Time takes the over or under. Let's find out, guys. What do y'all think out here? Let's do the prop bet. I'm going to copy and paste this. All right, guys, I'm ready for some basketball. I'm ready for game 2. I'm ready for it. I see y'all saying it's game time. It's almost game time. Here we go. Neither one. Cade Cunningham. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live coming at y'all from San Antonio, Texas. We are waiting for tip-off right now. When this game gets started, I will be sure to call every play that happens right here. Y'all are saying yes to that. Some of y'all are saying no to that. Okay, we're going to let that poll do its thing, and I'm going to ask all these prop bets to you guys as this game goes on. Game time, says Gray59. I think it is. We were just talking about both teams, either side. It's a little late. Tip-off was supposed to be at 6:30. It's 6:35. Players still have not taken the court just yet. They have already introduced the players, so we are going to get tip-off here momentarily. But if this is your first time watching, buckle up, guys. Stick around. Set your timers. Look, just give me 5-10 minutes of your time. If you guys see me slowing down with energy, which tends to happen, especially, and I keep saying this, I know I keep saying this, but especially with the newborn baby, man, I went to bed last night at 6 a.m. and woke up at 9 a.m. today. So we're running on fumes. We're going to do what we can today. If you guys see me starting to slow down, hit me up in the chat area. It will pick me back up. Let me know, hey, Mario, check back in. Keep me focused. You guys with the wrenches next to your names, y'all know who y'all are. Help a brother out. Appreciate you guys. Here we go. Ready for tip-off right now, the New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. New York Knicks, Detroit Pistons. Karl Anthony Towns getting up there for this tip-off. Jalen Duren in there for this tip-off. Here we go. Towns, Duren on the Knicks logo, ready to get this game started. Game 2 underway right here. The starting lineup here for the Pistons have 113 playoff appearances, 190 for the New York Knicks. So a lot more playoff experience. The tip-off will go in the direction of the Knicks and Jalen Brunson. Going to be the man to start it. Going to be the man with the plan. Here's moving the basketball around. Hart cuts through the back door. Brunson kicks it out to Towns. Towns, one more pass. A little pump fake. Gets into the paint. Kicks that back out. Brunson, another pump fake. Brunson working on his man. Shot clock down to 1. Brunson for 3. Off the back of the rim. No good. First shot going to be a miss there as it's rebounded the other way. Coming the other way for the Detroit Pistons. Here we go on the drive, on the layup. Hardaway shot no good. It is rebounded by Duren, and Duren goes up and slams this one down. Let's get this court on the side for y'all. Moving the basketball around right now, y'all. New York Knicks have the ball in hand. Here we go off the drive. New York Knicks trying to get inside the paint, can't quite do it. There's a kick to the three-point line, and that shot from OG Anunoby going to be off the mark as it's rebounded by the Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham looking for a screen right now, taking his time with the ball. And Cade Cunningham again in game one, 21 points. Let's see what he can do in this one. A little spin move inside the paint, goes up, cannot hit it. The second chance bucket will go in right there, as the additional layup by Thompson cleaning up the missed shot. Thompson's shot falls. Thompson got a couple of points. Let me refresh this. Get you guys what you're looking for. There's a beautiful pass inside, and the first layup there will fall for the New York Knicks. Knicks are now on the board. Knicks got their first points courtesy of OG Anunoby. Moving the basketball around. Detroit with the ball in hand. Here we go. Passing this one inside. Jalen Brunson going to steal it. Way to read the pass. Brunson, it is 2 against 3. Here's the shot from three-point land off the rim. No good. The score is 4-2. The Detroit Knicks up by 2. There's a pass inside. There's a dunk that gets rejected. The dunk is rejected. And coming back the other way, three-point shot off the rim. No good. The putback, though, will fall, and Bridges gets 2 points. So Bridges cleans up the mess. Bridges now facing the man with the ball. Detroit and New York tied up 4-4. 9:29 on the clock, and the ball is in the hands of Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren for the Detroit Pistons. There's the shot from the free throw line. The shot is no good. Rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns passes this one forward as they push the envelope, and there is a collision there. Blocking foul. Foul going to go against Ausar Thompson. So Thompson going to be charged with the foul. Brunson running into Thompson. Good movement right here, guys. I think this is starting to turn out to be a good game already. I got to bring up something. Here's the inbounded pass. So the New York Knicks have the basketball. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Brunson gets the ball after the inbound. Brunson looking for the pick and roll. Brunson not going to get it. He is still going to work his way inside the paint. He's in trouble. Has to pass. Karl-Anthony Towns with the ball after the pass is tipped. Towns wide open. How does that lane open up? Miscommunication there. And Karl-Anthony Towns will slam this one home. Good shot for Towns. Here's Cade Cunningham on the drive. They're going to say there was a foul there. Off, not a shooting foul. This is going to be a foul. And they're going to get to reset here. While they reset, let me reset. Let me reset my drive chart. Awesome. All right, guys. Here we go. Basketball in play right now. The score is 6-4. The New York Knicks up by 2, and that shot will go up and in. That's a shot by Jalen Duren, who now has 4 points for the Detroit Pistons. Pistons now tied up with the New York Knicks. The score is 6-6. Karl-Anthony Towns working on his assignment here. Towns to Brunson. Brunson looking shifty as he goes inside the paint. Kicks this one back out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart out of position. And that's a turnover there. That's a turnover courtesy of Jalen Brunson. All right, here we go. And here we go. Shout out to Wild Talks. What will come? What time? That time will come. I know, man. I am from the NFL. Time will come, sir. The NFL time will come. All right, guys, we're back to it. Let's get focused on this game. Looks like there's going to be a foul right there. Off-ball foul right there. So that's Thompson's second personal foul is what I heard them say. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't see it updating on my board. They said a second personal foul, 2 points, 1 foul is what I see right here. So it's the second foul there for the for the Pistons. Here's the drive. A floater will fall right there. The score is now 8-6 as Jalen Brunson lays it up over the defense of the Detroit Pistons. GOAT 24, of course I remember you. We just talked yesterday, bro. I remember you, GOAT 24, with your Patrick Mahomes logo. Here we go, guys. Detroit Pistons on the charge. Cade Cunningham pulls up another missed shot for Cade Cunningham. No points today. Here's the drive. James Hart going to pass this one around, and this is going to be stolen. This is going to go out of bounds. Josh Hart got rid of this one. I said James. My bad, guys. Okay, y'all. Josh Hart almost turned that one over. Couldn't quite get it, but that was out of bounds. Either way, it will remain New York basketball. I should have grabbed some water before I came upstairs. Dang it, dang it, dang it. All right, Josh Hart gets the inbounded pass. On the court right now for the New York Knicks, it's Brunson, Towns, Bridges, Anunoby, and Hart. Moving the basketball around, there is Hart, who is swatted down like a fly. My gosh, what a swat there. And Duran with the block. There's the shot from the wing. The shot in the corner is good. And Tobias Harris gets his first bucket of the day. Tobias Harris with the three-point shot. The Detroit Pistons take a 1-point lead. Brunson coming down the court right here. Here's the drive. There's the shot. The floater off the glass. The floater is good. The score is now 10-9, back-to-back. We're going left. We're going right. And this lead is changing back and forth. Right now, the New York Knicks have the lead. Home team has the lead. Detroit Pistons down by 1. Score is 10-9. Cade Cunningham backing down a man here. Cade Cunningham inside the paint will lose the basketball and then recover it. Running out of time with 2 seconds on the clock. There's a three-point shot. Shot is no good by Tim Hardaway. Rebounded by the New York Knicks. Towns against Hardaway runs right into him. Puts up the shot after the collision. Should have been a foul again. He's looking at the ref like, are you kidding me, man? Clearly a foul, not going to be a whistle, though. Karl Anthony Towns does get the bucket here. These officials are playing crazy hard basketball, man. It's like the officials don't care if these players, like, knock each other out. Maybe Adam Silver said we got to do it this way because nobody's watching anymore. So basketball about to get harder. Let's see. There's the layup right there by Thompson. The bucket is good. And the Detroit Pistons down by 1. New York Knicks with the basketball. Hey, maybe Adam Silver said that. Maybe he thinks that basketball's getting soft. Here's Brunson on the drive. He kicks that one out. Wide open shot, not going to fall. That shot off the mark by OG Anunoby. Here we come the other way, and Cunningham will put that one up off the glass. The score is 13-12. 13-12, Detroit Pistons down, up by 1. Detroit Pistons up by 1. There's the pass to Towns. Towns, the spin move. Towns inside the paint. Towns turns around. A little spin around jump shot fade away from inside the paint for Karl Anthony Towns. It's another bucket for him. The score is now 14-13. Cade Cunningham off the dribble will pull up and shoot. Cunningham's shot will fall. Cunningham finally finding a little bit of rhythm right here. Moving the basketball quickly. The New York Knicks on the drive. New York Knicks stall out right here. There's a pass inside, an athletic layup. Not expecting that one there as Mikal Bridges had some serious hang time on that alley-oop layup. It was an alley-oop layup reversal. I don't know what that was. Karl Anthony Towns clearly fouled right there. The officials not blowing that whistle. They're showing that replay one more time. Anyways, guys, that shot caused the Pistons to take a timeout. So, timeout has been called. Let's go ahead and end the poll that we started. Most of you guys are saying yes. Well, that will be scrolling by at the bottom. Let's go ahead and end this poll. Start a new one. Am I rooting for anyone in this game? No, not really. See you later. What's up, man? How you doing? Yo, what's up, Lou? What up, Lisa? How's everybody doing? Shout out to you guys. Quiet chat today. Let's go Knickerbockers, says Lou. What up, Big Lou? Good to have you in here, bro. Shout out to you. That's my boy right there. That's Lou. That's Big Lou. We're covering basketball. I said basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way you dribble up and down the court. Okay, enough of that. I did that too many times yesterday to keep doing it today. Okay, this is what we're going to do. Let's do this over under prop bet. Turn that back on. How about 10? Lowest. Let's go to the other side. Let's look at a prop bet here for Karl Anthony Towns. I don't know if I like that one either. Let's go with this one. Points for Karl Anthony Towns. Sorry about this, guys. Here we go. Yes or no? Karl Anthony Towns, 23 points. Over 23 points. Yes or no? I don't know, man. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. Okay, guys, a recap here. Let's go back to head-to-head comparison. Game 1. Game 1, this is what it looked like. Actually, we could even go back to the box score for Game 1. I don't know if that's really worth it. It's not. It's not worth it to go back to the box score for Game 1. But what we can look at, Cat is going to cook, says GOAT. Okay, y'all, in Game 1, the Knicks were shooting 52%. The Pistons shooting 47%. In this game, so far, the Knicks are shooting 57% from the floor, and the Pistons are shooting 53%. But the Pistons have actually taken three-point shots. The Knicks have yet to even attempt a three-point shot. That's not true. It's just 0%. It says 0% three-point field goals. Let's pull up the box score, see what I can find. Three-point attempts for the New York Knicks. We have had OG Anunoby take 5 total shots all day. Bridges has one. Brunson has one. Anunoby has 3. None of them have fallen for the New York Knicks. So the New York Knicks not looking good from beyond the arc right now. 0 of 5, 0% three-point shooting. Ugly, ugly numbers for the New York Knicks in this game. So far, though, Cade Cunningham for the Detroit Pistons does have 4 points, 2 rebounds. Tobias Harris has 3 points, no rebounds for him. He's 1 of 2, 50% from the floor. Coming onto the court right now as we get back from this commercial break, we will have Cunningham, Harris, Schroeder, Beasley, and Reed out there for the Detroit Pistons. On the court for the New York Knicks as we come back from this timeout, we're going to have Bridges, Brunson, Anunoby, Hart, and Robinson for the New York Knicks. You follow? You dig? Ladies and gentlemen, you dig? Here we go. There's the inbounded pass. New York Knicks on defense. Pistons with the ball in hand. Pistons, Schroeder to Cunningham. Cunningham passes this one inside. Here's the drive under the rim, up and over. The reversal not gonna fall by Reed. It is rebounded by Hart. Hart kicks it to Beasley. Beasley shot. Excuse me, that's not Beasley right there. That was Bridges shot off the mark. Poked away by Bridges, coming back the other way. So Bridges gets the steal, and then Bridges throws the basketball too far ahead of Brunson. So that's just an unforced turnover right there. No worries, GOAT. We're here, man. We are here. We are live. The score is 15-16. Scores 15-16 is what I see on my TV screen right now. Off the dribble, on the move, there is Cade Cunningham. A fadeaway jump shot going to take a bounce, and the shooter's bounce is good. The score is now 17-16. Detroit has a 1-point lead over the Knicks. New York Knicks lead the series 1-0, and the score is 17-16 with 3:50 left to go in the first. 17:50 left to go here in the first. Hart has the ball in hand from the elbow. Will take the shot. No good on the shot for Hart, so that's another missed shot. Cunningham pushes this one to Harris. Harris to Schroeder. Schroeder for 3. Schroeder's shot off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Brunson. Brunson crossing midcourt. Brunson turns around. Had an opportunity. Didn't take that shot. Kicks this one back out. Shot clock down to 14. And so Hart will try to drive. Hart gets stalled out. He kicks this one out. And Anunoby will take the shot. Anunoby's shot no good as that goes off the rim. They push the basketball quickly here. Detroit on the drive. There is a layup that is good right there for Cade Cunningham. Another bucket for Cade Cunningham. He's up to 8 in the first quarter. 8-16, 24-32 if you round up. I mean, hey, if he can keep up this pace, that's pretty good. Brunson getting pushed around right now. Brunson in the paint over Schroeder. Tough shot, in and out. Unable to knock down that shot. Brunson struggling today. There's a 3-point Pistons lead. Schroeder under the rim, going to lose the basketball here. It is corralled by Brunson. Brunson pushes this forward, and that'll be a slam dunk, easy enough for Mitchell Robinson. Easy transition right there. It's actually Mikal Bridges who had that one. Detroit in 5, says Mr. Hudson. I don't know, Mr. Hudson 87. Let's go Knicks, says Simon Plummer. Here we go, backing a man down. And a turnaround jump shot, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris hits that shot. The score is 21-18. 3-point Pistons lead. 2:02 left to go in the first. A lot of action, man. Lots and lots of action. I like it. I dig it. Brunson working on his assignment. Brunson, no-look pass to the corner. Bridges rattles the rim, unable to knock that shot down. Here comes Cade Cunningham, who just trucks a man. Wow, Brunson, they're going to hit him with the block. So Brunson going to be charged with a blocking foul when to me it looked like it was clearly a charge. Let me watch that one more time. I want to see that charge one more time. They're showing Brunson's no-look passes, which... Okay, looks like a timeout's going to be called right here. This takes us to a timeout. All right, guys, timeout right now. Let's read some comments. Let's read some chats. How's everybody doing today? How is everyone? Let's see. Let's read some comments. If you're new, say hello. Say hello, guys. Say what's up. Let me know you guys are out there. If you're new, say hello. We are live for the Detroit Pistons and the New York Knicks. My name is Mario Manuel. Yeah, my name is Mario. No, I don't have a brother named Luigi. Hear that a lot, actually. Yes, my name is Mario, and you are watching Football Nation. I understand that we are in the middle of a basketball game and you're watching a channel called Football Nation, but just want to say hello to some of you guys who are out there watching. Shout out to Goat24, who is checking into the conversation. Shout out to Simon, who's checking into the conversation, and Mr. Hudson, and Lou, and Pringle, Brian Bettis. What's up, Brian? What's up, Brian? How you doing, big dog? Good to have you in here. Do you have a brother named Luigi? There we go. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen, Viper. I knew it. I knew someone was going to ask. It's me, duh. What's up? It's me, duh. He says, what's up, bro? Just working right now. I'm super grateful for your play-by-play. Hey, man, I'm happy to help, bro. I'm here for you. Absolutely free. And I appreciate you guys choosing to watch this content with me. We are in the middle of a commercial break, everybody. When we get back from the commercial break, we are going to have action. It is still the first quarter. 1:39 left to go in the first. I'm hoping that we have a big turnout for tonight's game, but it'll be interesting. I'm working on a video for YouTube, says our boy Viper in that chat area. Viper, what kind of video, I wonder? Shout out to CMC later. Shout out to Pringle, who's out here right now. Shout out to Lisa, if you're still in the area. Shout out to Leola. Shout out to Tony's, LC Signs, and shout out to Wild Tox. Father Time somewhere out there. Marty ready to party somewhere out there. Bruce Wayne. What up, Bruce Wayne? What up, Cap Breath? What up to those of you who are hanging out? Okay, Clifton Howard is checking into the conversation, everyone. Let's see what Clifton says. Cliff, the postman, says, Palmdale, California, just working and listening. Appreciate you checking in. Oh-wee, shout out to me. What up, oh-wee? How you doing, homie? Shout out to you, man. Thanks for checking in. This commercial break is longer than expected. This commercial break is definitely taking its sweet time. No worries, Goat. I'll be here. I don't have a trivia quiz for you guys during halftime for this particular game or tomorrow's game. We're going to be changing some stuff as this goes on. He says, let's go. Common Sense TV saying salute to you. I appreciate you enjoying the channel, man. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we are in the middle of a commercial break. Point leaders for both teams on the court right now, and actually point leaders just in regular talk. Cade Cunningham has 8 points for the Pistons. On the other side, Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns both tied with 6 points out there. I'm looking at the statistics right now, and there are 0 bench points for the New York Knicks right now, and it looks like there are 0 bench points Yeah, there are 0 bench points for the Pistons as well. We are back to the action. We are back on the court. Here are the New York Knicks getting underway. And it looks like there has been some sort of foul here. Off-ball foul. Clifton saying hit the like and subscribe button for this, gentleman. Appreciate you, sir. Shout out to you, man. Okay, so they rewatched that one, and I guess that charge, and it ended up being a charge and not a blocking foul. They gave the ball over to the Knicks. Here are the Pistons on the dribble. That is going to go out of bounds, and the officials saying that's going to be New York Knicks basketball. So the New York Knicks get the ball back. The score is 21-18. New York trails by 3. Here's the inbound pass. New York Knicks looking to tie this one up. Here we go, guys, on the drive right now. We've got a man trying to put some pressure on. Passing that over to Bridges. Bridges on the push here. Bridges inside the paint, out to McBride. McBride going to drive. Elbow jump shot off the back of the rim. Too strong. Rebounded by Cunningham. Cunningham going to push this one forward. A beautiful pass. There is definitely a foul on the other side of that one as Cameron Payne has to wrap up Duren's arm. Either that or give up 2 easy points. Let's see if Duren can earn them from the free throw line. Man, I could really use some water. Robert saying, let's pump up the likes. I appreciate that, Robert. Yeah, guys, if y'all are out there, let's see how many of you guys are watching right now. According to my analytics, we've got about 100 people in here hanging out. Appreciate you guys. All 100 of y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all are the real fans. Y'all are the real ballers out here. First shot there is going to fall for Durham. He makes the first free throw there. Jalen Duren makes the first one. Detroit Pistons up 22-18 over the Knicks. There's the second shot. That second shot will also fall. Okay, guys, inbounded pass right there. And the New York Knicks with 55 seconds left in the first quarter going to do their thing. On the dribble here, OG Anunoby. Anunoby passes this one over to Shamet. Shamet going to try to kick this one out to Anunoby, and then that's going to be a turnover. And the Detroit Pistons going to get the basketball back. Shamet with the bad pass. Shamet kind of looks like the dude from the new, with his facial hair like that. He kind of looks like, what's his name from Star Wars, Rogue One. Anyways, okay, here we go, guys. Detroit Pistons on the dribble. Cade Cunningham from inside the free throw line. It's going to be a hard rebound right there, and it is going to be rebounded, though, by Bridges. Bridges finds Payne. Payne on the dribble here. Game clock down to 20 seconds. Just a bunch of bumbling and fumbling around. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 20 seconds on the game clock left to go in the first here. What up, Micah Kimbrough? Shout out to you. Payne playing with 2 fouls and no other stats. Yeah, that's literally it. That's all he's got. Payne's in pain right now. Okay. Karl-Anthony Towns now coming onto the court. And on the court right now, he's filling in for Anunoby, OG Anunoby coming off the court. On the court right now for the New York Knicks, Towns, Payne, Shamet, Robinson, and McBride. The only person to have scored points on the court right now for the New York Knicks is Karl-Anthony Towns with 6 points, 2 rebounds, no assists. On the court for the Pistons, we've got Duren, Harris, Thompson, Schroeder, and Holland. Inbounding the pass right now is Cameron Payne. Payne finds a man inside. Robinson hands this over to Payne. Payne hits the deck. Payne in trouble. Looks like he's going to find a way to squeak that basketball away. The three-point shot not going to fall right here. And we've got McBride taking that shot, not going to go. Basketball rolls its way out of bounds. What a mess right now. Messy, messy basketball. I like when things go smoothly. And I also like when the officials are, fair with their calling. So many fouls left and right, and these officials just not calling anything, man. It's kind of blowing my mind, really. Like, honestly, I think it's kind of crazy. Like, it is kind of crazy. Detroit Pistons up 23-18 over the Knicks. Here comes foul. Schroeder gets a foul of some kind right here. That was Cade Cunningham, but the whistles came in early. I'm going to have to pop off one of these headphones so I can hear what's going on that. So I can hear what's going on over there. Definitely just some off-ball collision. I don't think that was intentional by anyone. I actually think Schroeder just slipped and fell. I think they're saying that was a foul against Schroeder, a foul of some kind. Wow. Okay, they're saying that someone tripped him, and so Schroeder's now taking a couple shots at the free throw line. Don't know how there was a foul there. He tripped on the court, didn't touch anybody. Hey, I know that guy. That's Gary V. Gary V's there at this game. That's cool. Detroit going to take this free throw. The first free throw for Schroeder is going to be good. The score is now 24-18 as Detroit extends their lead a little bit further here. As Detroit extends their lead to 6, 24-18, 1.9 left to go in the first. Schroeder's second shot as he lines up here. There's the second shot for Schroeder. Shot will fall. The score is 25-18. Inbounds this one. Cameron Payne gets wrapped up right there. That'll go down as a block, I'm pretty sure. No foul. That is the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. And this takes us to another commercial break. So, Harold saying hello, host. Hello, Harold. In case you're curious, my name is Mario. Feel free to say what's up. Was that on Payne again? Man, Payne is definitely messing some things up. Payne has 3 personal fouls. Yeah, I guess it was on Payne again. That's so funny, Father Time. You're doing pretty good at tracking that. Cameron Payne has played literally just a few moments in the first quarter. Pistons took an effing dive, says Home Run Hitters. What up, Home Run Hitters? Dude, what, you're saying that the Pistons took a dive in Game 1? Because they're looking pretty good right now. 25-18 over the New York Knicks. It's not over, though. Again, guys, these were the Game 1 stats. Those were the numbers from Game 1. If we look at how these teams performed in Game 1. In Game 1, y'all, Cade Cunningham put up 21 points. 21 points for Cade Cunningham in Game 1. Right now in this game, he's sitting with 12 minutes. So far in this game, 12 minutes. 4 out of 7 field goals made for Cade Cunningham. So right now his field goal percentage is, well, you do the math right there. 4 out of 7, so just above 50%. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. He hasn't attempted any three-point shots in this one. No need to take those shots. But Cade Cunningham, yeah, that's all I can really say. He's got, looks like 4 turnovers, though, again. So another issue with turnovers. Cade Cunningham had 6 turnovers in Game 1, 4 turnovers already in the first quarter of this game. So that's not a good pace. Guys, in Game 1, the Detroit Pistons coughed up the basketball 21 times, and that's what allowed the New York Knicks to come back to win. They are going to have to control the basketball and not give up 21 steals, not commit 21 turnovers. That's ridiculous. 21 turnovers versus just 11 for the New York Knicks. Now, the New York Knicks are not playing very well today. The turnover category for the New York Knicks, well, already the Detroit Pistons have 6 turnovers, and it looks like 5 turnovers today for the New York Knicks. So the New York Knicks, first quarter, 5 turnovers, both teams looking pretty sloppy out the gate. I said it already. This is sloppy basketball, and the stats don't lie, man. The stats tell a story, if that makes sense. The stats do tell a story. You just have to be able to read it. Antonio Perez saying, why doesn't Mitch look to shoot when he's right there? He grabbed the rebound and didn't put it back. It's very, very frustrating. Dude, I hear you. You're talking about Mitch Robinson, 5 minutes in on the court. I'm guessing that's who you're talking about. That's the only person named Mitch out here. So, yeah. Sorry, Tony. Sorry, Antonio. All right, guys, it is Monday, April 21st. It's Game 2, Detroit Pistons, New York Knicks. A lot of you guys are just getting out of work right now. A lot of you guys are doing your thing. Most of y'all hanging out. They're showing best turnarounds in NBA history, win percentage increase. They're talking about the San Antonio Spurs couple there. Ooh, I love my San Antonio Spurs. How about them Spurs? Yeah, turnover city, Leola. Turnover city, girl. What is that? 11 turnovers in quarter 1. 11 turnovers in quarter 1 between both teams. It's ugly, ugly basketball right now. All right, y'all, the Detroit Pistons have inbounded the basketball. Detroit going to push the basketball up court. Tobias Harris working on Karl Anthony Towns. Tobias Harris kicks this one out to the left. Good ball movement here. There is a shot, a three-point shot, no good. Offensive rebound there. Another three-point shot, this time another miss. Tobias Harris on that miss. It is rebounded the other way, coming back the other way by McBride. McBride going to get the drive in the paint, a little bit of a Euro step. I like it. Nice Euro step move right there as he floats that one in to... Good shot by Miles McBride. Let's bring up the shooting graphics for you guys and all the stats and data on the other side. There is a block looked like by Karl Anthony Towns. There will be a foul attached to that, or is that a goaltend? Shooter will get credit for it. They're going to call that a goaltend. Okay, guys, the score is 27-20. The Detroit Pistons up by 7. Let's see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. Detroit Pistons up by 7. New York Knicks with the basketball. They move this one over, and Karl Anthony Towns trying to back down a man in the post. He turns around, shoots the shot off the back of the rim, off the top of the glass. Rebounded offensively here by the New York Knicks. Back outside, here's Cameron Payne in the paint, and there's a floater and a tip. Nothing there. Another miss again by the New York Knicks. And the Detroit Pistons have the basketball. There's a shot from three-point land. The shot falls. Wow, that was a beautiful shot here. Holy smokes. 10-point lead here for the Pistons. That was Malik Beasley on the shot, by the way, guys. Beasley on the shot. Okay, guys, movement on the court right now. And backing a man down is Karl Anthony Towns. Towns going to turn around, put this one up, and that's going to fall for them. The New York Knicks now within 8. 38-22, Detroit Pistons. Karl Anthony Towns in this game has made 4 of 5 shots. He's 80% from the floor. He's got 2 rebounds. He's got 8 points. Pistons lead by 8 right now, and the Pistons have the basketball. Here is the drive. Schroeder was going to pull up and take that shot as it goes in and out, goes all the way around the rim, and then pops right back out. Cameron Payne coming up court with it, finds Karl Anthony Towns. A little pump fake from Towns, working on Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris really getting in the way of Towns. I like that. Good, strong defense. Good, strong defense by Tobias Harris there. Made himself a brick wall. Enough contact to, like, make Towns bounce off of him but not draw the foul. There was a foul that was drawn there. Harris has to big body. I mean, that's tough, dude, because if Karl Anthony Towns is backing you down, good luck on that. What is this disaster? Pass that in. Okay, guys, there's the inbound pass. New York Knicks down by 8. Karl Anthony Towns working on Tobias Harris. A little spin move as he turns around and floats it up. And that's going to be a putback. There's a foul on the putback. Looks like Bridges. Excuse me, not Bridges Robinson. Wrong team. Okay, guys, here we go. Scores 30-22. Detroit Pistons up by 8. Detroit Pistons up by 8, ladies and gentlemen. Why is Payne in and not Brunson? Good question. There's a three-point shot for Brunson. Brunson's shot is going to fall. Looks like Brunson is in right now. Jalen Brunson at the top of the list right there. You can see him. Jalen Brunson hits the three-point shot. The score is 30-25. There's a difficult shot floated up and in, this time by Tobias Harris of the Detroit Pistons. And it looks like the New York Knicks going to bring the basketball up court with McBride. Miles McBride working on his man. Miles McBride working on Holland. And now we've got a mismatch. Here's McBride. McBride in the paint. Going to miss the shot. It looked like he was blocked. Here's another shot from Brunson. Brunson's three will fall. Brunson from the corner hits another shot. The score 32-28. Detroit up by 4 now. It was a 10-point game. There's Schroeder's deep shot. Wow, a bomb from Schroeder. A bomb from Schroeder falls to score 35-28. And here's Jalen Brunson coming back the other way. New York Knicks basketball. Another three-point shot from Brunson is going to be short as it's off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Harris. Harris Moves this basketball around under the rim. No foul. There it is. There is a foul, and it looks like Ron Holland was hit on the play. Was that a shooting foul or was that off a not shooting foul? Let's find out. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a non-shooting foul. Micah Kimbrough, what's up? Brunson and Hart need to play better. Yeah, they do. Brunson's got 10 points. Hart, nothing. Not a single point from Hart today. Josh Hart having a bad day. We'll talk about those numbers here and talk about how they played in Game 1 and how they're playing today. We'll talk about all that stuff during halftime. We got 8 minutes left to go in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 35-28. Leola Gonzalez saying three ball. Yeah, I definitely need water. I also think I should probably put on one of those nose strips. Those have actually helped so much. Those are awesome. All right, guys, here we go. Cade Cunningham. Cunningham moving the ball around. This time on the drive, there's going to be a shooting foul for sure, and it looks like Malik Beasley will draw the foul here. 35-28, 8 minutes left to go. New York Knicks lead the series 1-0. Will they actually win the series, though? I guess we're going to find out. Guys, this isn't like a sexy matchup. Nobody knows what the Detroit Pistons really are just yet, despite where they're sitting in the Eastern Conference. And we know that the New York Knicks are good, but nobody expects the New York Knicks to go all the way and actually win the nobody expects the New York Knicks to go all the way and actually win the NBA championship. So, I ask you guys, who has the better team? Second free throw will fall. Which team is better, guys? Knicks have the basketball right now. Pistons on defense. Moving the ball around. Here we go. On the drive, Jalen Brunson, the fadeaway jump shot is going to go off the front of the rim and not fall. Here we go. It's rebounded by Cade Cunningham. Cunningham passes this one around. Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris, one extra pass. Not going to fall, but the putback by Tobias Harris will fall. And Tobias Harris now up to 9 points today. Cunningham with 11, Tobias Harris with 9, Schroeder with 7, Beasley with 5. Moving the basketball around, Karl Anthony Towns has the basketball in hand. Towns doing his thing, backing down a man. Karl Anthony Towns in the paint, gets wrapped up behind the back pass, kicks this out to Josh Hart. Josh Hart back to another man. Bridges takes the 2-point fadeaway. The shot is good. The score is 39-30. 39-30, and the Detroit Pistons are up by 9. It's a comfortable lead. There's a 3-point shot. Cade Cunningham hits the shot for 3. Big shot there by Cade Cunningham, extends the lead to 11. Cade Cunningham also has 11 points. He's 5 of 8 today. And that's going to be a turnover by Jalen Brunson. Brunson going to turn the ball over, and then the other way, Bridges gets the turnover. Great job to move the basketball, the extra pass. Karl Anthony Towns gets the dunk right there, and the Knicks kind of made Cade Cunningham look silly on that one. Guys, the score is 32-41, timeout Detroit after that dunk. Woo! Hey, it's not over. Unfortunately, New York. I also took New York. Yeah. Well, let's see how this one goes. All right, guys. So, in Game 1. Let's take a look at the Detroit Pistons. I want to look at the Pistons here. In Game 1, Cade Cunningham had 21 points. Right now, in Game 2, dude's got 10. He's got 10 points in Game 2. We got time left to go in this quarter. First half, 6 minutes left to go. So we're midway through the second quarter, and right now he's about halfway to what he was at in that first game. Doing better than in Game 1. Players that need to step up compared to their Game 1 performances, Tim Hardaway in Game 1 had 19 points. Today, Tim Hardaway is nowhere to be found. Tim Hardaway, dead, silent, quiet. Hardaway, 7 minutes on the court. He has missed both of his shots. He had 1 3-point attempt, no good. All of his shots have been no good. He's sitting there with no points. So a tough game right now, but still the Detroit Pistons have a significant lead. The Pistons have had a significant lead or have a significant lead right now. Let's just take a look at this. Okay. Starters. The starters today for the Detroit Pistons. Tobias Harris leads the squad right here. He's played 16 minutes of the time. 16 minutes on the court for Tobias Harris. He has 9 points. Cade Cunningham has 10 points. Jalen Duren, let's do it in order. Jalen Duren has 6 points. Tobias Harris has 9. Thompson, nothing right now. Big fat goose egg for Asar Thompson. Asar Thompson has 4. Hardaway has the goose egg, and Cade Cunningham has 10. We following one more time. 9, 4, 0, 6, 10 points across the board. Those are your starters for today. If we look down the list at the people on the bench players, like Schroeder, we've got Schroeder out there on the bench, and we've got Beasley out there putting up points. So Malik Beasley has 5 points. Schroeder has 7. Total bench points right now. Total bench points for the Pistons, just 12 bench points. Let's take a look on the other side right here and take a look at the starters for the New York Knicks. So the New York Knicks, guys, their starters, starting with Karl Anthony Towns. Move my stats over here. Towns has 10. OG Anunoby has just 2. So 10, 2. Josh Hart, 0. Nothing for Josh Hart today. Mikal Bridges has 8 points, and Brunson has 10. I know that sounded very difficult. Let's do it in order. Karl Anthony Towns with 10. OG Anunoby with 2. Josh Hart, no points just yet. Mikal Bridges has 8 points, and Jalen Brunson also has 10 points. I'm going to say this one more time, guys. It's not a lot, but 12 bench points for the Detroit Pistons, 2 bench points for the New York Knicks. So that is a gap of 10 points right there. Are you following what I'm saying? The score is 42-32, 41-32. It's a 9-point game, an 11-point game. We're coming back from this commercial break right now. And the difference between these two teams is legitimately and literally bench points. Okay. All right, guys, there's the inbound pass. Inbound pass, and the Detroit Pistons have the ball. Cade Cunningham on the dribble here, moving this one around. There's Hardaway. Hardaway puts this one inside, and this is going to be, looks like another traffic jam. Josh Hart ends up with the basketball. The officials trying to figure out what just happened right there. Asar Thompson also trying to figure out what on earth just happened right there. I'm also trying to figure out what just happened right there. Gray saying, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Angel TV says, there's a good lesson right there. I like it. Is that Agel TV? Not Angel, but Agel? What's up? Agel? Agel? Not sure. What's up? Good to have you in here. All right, guys, the New York Knicks with the basketball. Karl Anthony Towns going to shoot that shot, and that shot is blocked. And Paul Reed with a block over Karl Anthony Towns. My gosh. What a shot right there. What a block right there by Paul Reed. Paul Reed making that block literally right in front of Paul Rudd. That's pretty funny. Here we go. Step back jump shot right there for Brunson. And then he hits the shot. The shot will fall. The score is 35-42. It's a 7-point game. 7-point game. Stormy Daniels, Hush Money, thanks for checking into the conversation. It's going well. Here we go. Cade Cunningham going to, wow, a nice under-the-rim scoop up and score. The score is 44-35. Detroit Pistons up. There's the ball moving inbounds right here. Tough spot, one-on-one situation. Going to lose the basketball. Great job to read that pass. It's stolen, coming back the other way. The Detroit Pistons going to give up the basketball themselves. Steal after steal, turnover after turnover. There's the foul. What an ugly game right now. All right, Stormy. This game's not going great. Got an ugly game right now on our hands. 5 minutes, 23 seconds. 9 turnovers in the first half by the Pistons. 7 turnovers in the first half here by the Knicks. The Pistons have more turnovers than they have assists right now. What up, Pat? Thanks for checking in, man. Pat Chineska, Checking into the conversation. New York Knicks on the dribble. Here's Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson working on a man. Tobias Harris, the guy, staring him in the eyes. And that is going to be another turnover for Jalen Brunson as he loses the dribble, has 0 handles against him. And what a mess. Queenery, what's up? He says, hello, hello. What up, we? All right, y'all, there's a difficult shot. Cade Cunningham going to be fouled on that one, and he's going to not make the shot, but he will get a trip to the line. And OG Anunoby looking around like, dude, I didn't touch anybody. What do you foul? Why do I get charged with the foul? All right. Why is Detroit cooking? Well, they're cooking. They're cooking up that Detroit Crystal. Do they do that? A whole new meaning to the phrase "pass the rock." What up, Diamond Boy? Welcome back, Mr. Minecraft. Leola saying, Cookie, 35 points is wild, says Micah Kimbrough. I know. 35 points for the New York Knicks. 5 minutes left to go in the first half here, ladies and gentlemen. 5 minutes left to go here in the first half. The first free throw for Cade Cunningham does fall. Second shot right here will also fall. Hart inbounding this one to Brunson. Brunson going to bring this up court. So Brunson going to do his thing, take his time as he comes up court. He passes this one over to to Robinson, and back to Brunson. Brunson trying not to lose his handles this time. Brunson feeds this one inside, and that's going to be a couple of deflections here as it's stolen by Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham coming back with it. 4:41 left to go in the first half. 4:41 left to go in the first half here, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the drive. There's the shot off the rim. No good. There is a foul on the shot and another trip to the free throw line. Uh-oh. Thank you, Najee T. Appreciate you being here. Why do I feel like Detroit is going to make a deep run this year? I don't know. Hey, guys, I'm going to have to actually put y'all on pause here. I hate to have to do this, but I hear a baby. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Wow, they broke 40 points, says Micah Kimbrough. Okay, I'm back. We're here. That's right, Leola. Sorry about that. Looks like Christina went downstairs, and we missed a couple of plays. Looks like there was a 3-ball that landed there at one point. Looks like a couple of steals happened the other time. Had to run up and down the stairs. How am I out of breath? Oh, I need to hit the gym. Okay, everything's good. We're good. Honestly, guys, I'm not concerned, right? Because I love my family and I don't mind going to go change diapers when I need to. But during the football season, Sammy should be 6 months by then, right? How far is football season? We're in April, May, June, July, August is preseason. Oh, man, Sammy's not even going to be 6 months when the football season starts. That's kind of wild. That is kind of wild. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it right now. 2:55 left to go here in the first half of this game. The Detroit Pistons up 48-40 over the New York Knicks. I did also take the opportunity to grab myself something cold to drink. Of course, H-E-B does need to sponsor me for this sparkling water. And, guys, check out the new flavors that they've got right now. They've got Clementine Passion Fruit sparkling water. Like, what? That's fire. And so is this strawberry stuff, dude. You mix this with some lemonade vodka, bro. Game changer. Game changer. It is, Stormy. Yeah, it is. A lot, dude. It's a lot. First kid, still learning. It is a lot to do. A lot of diapers. I did not know that babies poop and peep as much as they do. They do it quite a bit, but damn is that boy cute. I love that kid so much already. I can't wait to find out what kind of personality he's going to have. Shout out to you, Gary. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate you, sir. We are getting ready to we're close to halftime, guys. When we go into halftime, we're going to do an in-depth, detailed breakdown of what we've seen so far. Thank you, Micah. And you know what? I couldn't be an awesome dad if he didn't have an awesome mom. Wife's downstairs. Christina's downstairs, taking care of him for the most part, but, you know, sometimes she's got her hands full. All right, guys, there's the free throw. That free throw is going to fall. We're coming back from the commercial break right now, and it looks like at the stripe, we've got Jalen Duren, the center for the Detroit Pistons, shooting a couple of free throws. Detroit Pistons are up 49-40 over the New York Knicks. The second free throw will also fall. The score is now 50-40. It's a 10-point game. And it looks like free throws today, the Pistons have been to the free throw line 6 times. They've shot 12 free throws. The New York Knicks, not once have they had a chance. Not once have they had a chance to go to the stripe. So no fouls given up on the shot. Wow, how is that not a foul? Jalen Brunson just got trucked by someone. And these officials, a great shot by Jalen Brunson. 15 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists in the first half of this one. Jalen Brunson is cooking up with some heat. Cade Cunningham also has a handful of points himself. There's Cunningham getting the basketball now as we speak. And that's a kick to Tobias Harris. Harris' shot no good. Cunningham has 17 points in the first half here. 2 minutes left to go in the first half as the New York Knicks try to close the gap. They trail right now by 8. Trailing by 8, moving the basketball around. New York Knicks, a man backing down. Karl-Anthony Towns going to do that turnaround jump shot off the front of the rim. It's going to take the shooter's roll. A good shot there by Karl-Anthony Towns. And the score is now 50-44. Excuse me, that was Malik Bridges backing him down. He looked bigger from that angle. All right, y'all, there's a shot coming back from Schroeder. Schroeder's going to hit the shot. Jalen Brunson bringing this one up the court, working on Schroeder. Great transition shot. I was talking about those bench points that I had mentioned earlier, guys, before I had to go downstairs. Jalen Brunson turning the corner there, cannot finish the shot. And every single shot, he's looking at the officials like, dude, are you going to blow the whistle or what? At this point, you might as well just hit them hard. Brunson looks like he's got a full head of steam. He looks like he's pissed right now on this possession. Brunson Gonna kick this one over. Bridges shooting the three. Bridges will hit the shot. The score is now 47-52. It's a 5-point game. 5-point game with about 50 seconds left to go in the first half. I like it. 45 seconds left to go in the first shot clock, down to 10. Cade Cunningham working on his man. Josh Hart put the pressure on him. Ooh, almost losing that one. Tobias Harris kicks that out. And this time, Cunningham inside. There is the foul, a stutter step, another. They're saying that might have been a kick. I saw the official do the kick. Unless that was a kick or a trip. Let's find out with this one. Knicks fans not happy about it. Most Knicks aren't. We're doing okay. Leola, I know you were asking Christina how she's doing. She's going through all of it. She's going through a lot. I still got the Knicks winning this game, guys. I still think the Knicks can win. Okay, here is Cade Cunningham. First shot, no good. The score remains 52-47 as Cade Cunningham's first free throw off the mark. Diamond Boy Minecraft saying, really? Really, really, bro? Really, really, bro? Let's go. I know. I might be crazy, but the turnover game, we need to see some more scoring, really. There's the second shot. The second shot will fall for Cade Cunningham. Chat, who scored the first point of the game? It's a great question. Here's Jalen Brunson backing a man down. First points of the game. That's a great question. The first points of the game went to the Pistons. And there's going to be a foul right there. Jalen Brunson is upset. Schroeder's upset. All the players are upset right now. Pistons deep run this year, says Diamond. Let's see if that happens. All right, guys. Malik Beasley going to enter the game here. Jalen Brunson on the turnaround. The officials blow the whistle for the foul. In the bonus, looks like Jalen Brunson's going to get to shoot the first couple of free throws for the New York Knicks here today. First free throw. Jalen Brunson's shot is good from the stripe. The score is now 48-53. It's a 5-point game. Jalen Brunson today, 16 points, 6 of 11 from the floor. Jalen Brunson doing pretty well today. 17.4 left to go in this half, guys. Here comes the second shot for Jalen Brunson. Second free throw for Jalen Brunson. Shot's good. 4-point game. Inbounds the basketball. Here we go. All right, Cade Cunningham with 13 seconds left to go in the first half here. Cade Cunningham on the dribble. He's working on a man, trying to get that buzzer beater. Cade Cunningham inside the paint, going to go up and try to lay it in. He doesn't need to lay it in. The shot will fall, 55-49. Clock winding down, mid-court shot off the front of the rim. That is no good for Bridges. The score is 55-49, and we go to halftime. All right. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We've got ourselves about 142 people watching this live stream right now. Be sure to hit that like button if you guys are hanging out with me. My name is Mario Manuel. You're watching Football Nation. Yeah, we're covering basketball right here, right now, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me throughout this one. It is halftime. So, let's break down some stats. We can do a full... Sorry about that, guys. Let's break down some stats. Okay, let's do team stats. We're going to bring this over, and we're going to share our screen with you. It is halftime, ladies and gentlemen. There is nothing happening on the court right now, but we are going to look at some numbers and some stats. So if you will, please turn your attention over to the right-hand side of your screens. You can see over here the score is 55-49. 55-49, y'all. What does that mean? Well, that means that the Detroit Pistons have been shooting better than the New York Knicks. Not only have they been shooting better, they're just looking better in general in a lot of categories. They have more offensive rebounds. They're tied on defensive rebounds. They've made 13 free throws. They've been to the stripe 7 times today. Cameron Payne all over the place, fouling everybody, just slapping people's mamas out here. Pretty wild to see that. But three-pointers, you can see 4 out of 12, 33% from three-point land for the Detroit Pistons. Field goal percentage, 50% from the floor. On the other side for the New York Knicks, 47%, 31% from three-point land, and they've only had those 2 free throws at the end of the half, courtesy of Jalen Brunson. Of course, both of those shots fell as expected when Jalen Brunson's at the free throw line. But the Pistons have more defensive rebounds. They have more offensive rebounds. They have more blocks. They are looking like the better team. 8 fouls, none of them except for one on a shooting foul. All the other fouls have happened kind of off ball. Pretty interesting to see these numbers and see these stats the way they are. But you guys don't care about this stuff necessarily. I think most of you guys are interested in your parlays. So let's help you guys out with that. Let's help a brother out. Let's go to the box score. I'm going to do it this way. We can go to the box score here. That's better. Yeah, let's bring this back down. All right, you guys see what's going on over here? Okay, this is going to be a little on the small side. Phrasing? Okay. Okay, that's just too small to read. What's even the point of me bringing this up? Seriously, Mario, what am I doing? Okay, I don't like it. It's too small. It's going to make it difficult for you guys to read. Wonder if I can do one box score at a time here. Maybe this way will work better. It's a little better. Little better. Okay, I like it. That's a little better. But we got to do it one team at a time. So, Pistons box scores, Cade Cunningham, 20 points, 7 rebounds. He's made 7 of 12 field goals. He's made 50% of his three-pointers, hitting one earlier in the game. Free throw, 5 out of 6 today. He's got 1 personal foul. He's played 19 minutes in this one. Tobias Harris has 9 points. Schroeder has 9 points. Duren has 8 points. Beasley has 5. Thompson has 4. The Detroit Pistons bench has been carrying the team. The Detroit Pistons bench has been on fire. We can see some additional numbers here at who's on the court. I mean, bro, nobody cares about this stuff. I just wish I had more time to do these trivia quizzes because the trivia quizzes are just so much fun during half. It's halftime. Players are taking a break. Maybe I should consider taking a break during these half times and going to hang out with my baby. It's all I can think about. It's all I can think about. All right, let's restore the chat. Yo, what up, Tony? There we go. All right, guys, let's read some comments out here. Let's see what y'all have to say. It is halftime right now. Want to see what's going on with you guys. Pistons winning with that assist disparity. They play iso ball, man. The assists don't necessarily have to. Are we going to do trivia? Not today, Diamond. Not today. I'd love to do it, but I have no trivia today. But it is good to know that you are interested in that and that you actually like the trivia. I try to keep things entertaining during halftime. Anyways, Barron checking in right now. Brunson for 6 free throws, please. Okay, I like that. I'm going to ask you guys a fun question during halftime. We got about 100 people in here. Let's see what's going on. Let's start a Q&A. What are your prop bets today? What are your prop bets today? 6 free throws for Jalen Brunson. He has 2. Does he have to make all 6 of those, bro? Barron, does he have to make all 6 of them, or is that just like he just has to get to the stripe 3 times? He just needs to be fouled 3 times. I need Brunson for 6 free throws and Towns for 8.5 field goals made. Duren got 2 blocks and McBride 1 turnover to make $5, $200. Let's effing go. I see you. All 6 And Towns for 8.5 field goals made would get you what you need, huh? Let's come over here. Okay. Don't want to tinker with this too much. I think that's fine. I kind of want to sit. I wish I had a stool. Do I have a stool? Would love to just kind of kick back. What's up, Suff? 26.5 card Cunningham. 26.5 points for Cade Cunningham. Show Knicks score. You want to see the Knicks? Ronnie, you want to see the Knicks box score? I got you, Ronnie. All right, that's only fair, right, bro? I got you. All right, guys, let's take a look at the Knicks here. By request for our boy Ronnie. How about this, guys? Jalen Brunson. Let's pull this up just a little bit. All right, guys. Brunson today, 17 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. He's made 6 of 11 field goals, 3 out of 5 3-point attempts, 2 out of 2 free throws, 19 minutes on the court. He, Bridges, and Anunoby have played 19 out of the first 24 minutes. Josh Hart, 18 minutes. Robinson, 13 minutes. Karl Anthony Towns has played 14 minutes. Mikal Bridges has 13 points. OG Anunoby has 4 points. Josh Hart has 3 points. Those are very, very bad numbers for OG Anunoby, and it just doesn't look like a good day for them. I need OG to hit 3 threes, please, says Greg. What up, Rayzilla? I need the Maximus to do better for Luka. Okay. All right. I'm in a non-sport betting state. Hey, man. Akuna Matata. It's me. Duh. You ever heard of a VPN? It's me. You should set up a VPN. You can bet anywhere you want. They're not calling Brunson fouls. It's blowing me. Giggity? Phrasing? Okay. The box score is right there, guys. Let's take a quick look at something else. So I'm just running off the assumption that all of you guys have already seen these graphics 1,000 times. So I'm going to not run on that assumption. I'm going to run on the assumption that you guys have never seen these slides before. So let's just go ahead and take it from the top. It is halftime right now, ladies and gentlemen. And during our commercial breaks, we like to do a couple of things. These are the two teams head-to-head during the regular season. And not that it matters anymore, but this is just a comparison so that we can make our opinions and formulate our thoughts around what we should expect to see. Points per game, these teams are neck and neck. Detroit Pistons average 115 points per game. The New York Knicks average 115.8 points per game. So slight advantage, like slight advantage for the New York Knicks. If we look at the three-point category, slight advantage for the Knicks. Again, just slight numbers. All the way down, the Knicks have slight advantages, but it's not a whole lot. Points per game, three-point percentage, field goal percentage, assists per game, all of those advantage Knicks. When we look at total rebounds, a bigger advantage over there for the Detroit Pistons. And when we look at the turnover category, it looks like the Detroit Pistons struggle to protect the basketball. And that seems to be the case. It's a pattern. I see it. I saw it in Game 1. And just to remind you guys, this is what Game 1 looked like. The New York Knicks won Game 1 over the Detroit Pistons, 123-112. In Game 1, the New York Knicks were shooting at a 38.5 efficiency rate. The Detroit Pistons, and this is three-point efficiency rate, excuse me. For regular shooting percentage, 52% from the floor for the New York Knicks, 47% from the floor for the Detroit Pistons. They had a better three-point advantage, but at the end of the day, turnovers killed this team. Look at the turnover differences. The assists don't necessarily mean who's going to score more or less. This just determines what kind of basketball the defense is forcing. This defense forces one-on-one matchups. They make it difficult to pass the basketball and someone to be able to take a shot off the pass because they sit so tight. They play man-on-man. They don't rotate like that. And so the Detroit Pistons are great at forcing the ISO ball. I don't know if I guess the New York Knicks are as well, but the Knicks today have been moving the basketball a little bit better. They do have more assists today than the Detroit Pistons do. Anyways, that is the Game 1 recap. That's just the Game 1 recap. Today we have a totally new outcome. So Game 1, And this is actually perfect since we're at halftime. All right, guys. Game 1, you can see the numbers right here. Game 2, field goal percentage, the Pistons, 50% from the floor in Game 2, 47.7% for the Knicks in Game 2. The three-point shot, 33% for the Pistons, 31% for the Knicks. And it's not looking great right now. The score is 55-49. Let's see what the Knicks have up their sleeves in the second half, man. There's still a whole second half left to go. We talked about the starters. We talked about these teams. Let's take a look at the starters one more time and get the full box score for the starters here. All right, guys, the number 1 point scorer on this squad right now, as we talked about it earlier, it is Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham doing his thing. He's got 20 points today. I'm going to come over to this side, actually. Cade Cunningham has 20 points today. Tobias Harris has 9 points today. Oscar Thompson has 4. Looks like Tim Hardaway still has no points today. Jalen Duren has 8. That's wacky, guys. For Tim Hardaway to have a goose egg, because look at this. This is why I say that. Tim Hardaway in Game 1 had 19 points. In Game 1, Tim Hardaway had 19 points. His regular season stats are over here on the left-hand side. The regular season for Tim Hardaway, he averages at least 11 points. Of course, there's still plenty of basketball left to go. There's 2 quarters left to go. But 19 points, I don't know that he's going to get there today. But I also don't know that they need him to get there today. It's a 6-point game as we wrap up halftime. I think this is the biggest fall-off from Game 1 to Game 2. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's the biggest drop-off there from Game 1 to Game 2. Schroeder also had like 8 points in Game 1. He had like 9 today, so he's doing well. He's picking up some of the slack. Cade Cunningham in Game 1. Okay, check this, guys. In Game 1, Cade Cunningham had just 21 points. That's it. In Game 2 alone, the dudes put up 20 in the first half. So Cade Cunningham showing up big time, and that's why the Pistons are ahead. Now, a couple of turnovers from him today. He has coughed up the basketball 4 times in the first half. Hopefully, he lost the turnover bug. He lost it. He gave up the basketball 6 times in Game 1. So let's see if that'll be the end of the turnover woes. For the New York Knicks, guys, top players for the New York Knicks over here. On the court, Jalen Brunson leads this team. Out of the starters, 17 points today for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson with 17 points. Behind Jalen Brunson, you've got Mikal Bridges and then Karl Anthony Towns on the list. OG Anunoby sliding off the list. We look at the Game 1 stats for this team on the other side. Jalen Brunson in Game 1 went off. He's going off today right now as well. 17 points in the first half. If he can get 17 points in the second half, he'll put up another 34 points, and he'll be averaging 34 points in the postseason. Good game for him, I guess, so far, right? 17 points is nothing to sneeze at. He has made 3 three-pointer shots. 20 minutes on the court, made 6 of 11. Just got to give him credit where it's due. The whole team is shooting 47%. Yeah, we already talked about that. Okay. Cool. You guys can do the math, or I'm going to just assume that you guys can do the math on all of that. But those are Jalen Brunson's numbers for today. Today, Jalen Brunson, 17 points. Looks like 4 assists, 1 steal, 3 turnovers for him, 1 defensive rebound. Okay, let's move on. The biggest drop-off here, Karl Anthony Towns has to be one of them, guys. He has 10 points. I guess it's not Karl Anthony Towns. I think it's OG Anunoby. That's the one that I had said. Where's OG? Where is OG? There we go. Okay, so yeah, clearly biggest drop-off right there. OG Anunoby in Game 1 had 23 points throughout the season in 2024. He was averaging 18 points per game. Today, in a playoff game, Game 2 versus the Detroit Pistons, he's only scored 4. He has 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover. Not an amazing day for OG Anunoby today. Regular season stats on the left, postseason stats on the right. We've actually seen some pretty good production out of We're going to bounce back over here to the Pistons side. I actually think I've seen some pretty good production out of Jalen Duren here. Jalen Duren has 8 points today. In Game 1, he scored 7, so a big step up there for the Detroit Pistons as well. Looks like there's talking about half turnovers, 11 in the first half, 9. They're talking about that same turnover thing that I was talking about. I love when that happens. When I bring up a stat or I bring up a graphic and we talk about it, and then moments later they bring it up. All right, guys, looks like we're starting the second half. Let's get back to it. And in case you're wondering what I'm just starting to eat right now, delicious. There's a three-point shot off the front of the rim. It's no good. Sorry, I won't do that again. Oh, my gosh. This is delicious. Jalen Brunson going to lay that one up. Again, fouled. No trip to the line. No whistle there, and the Detroit Pistons going to take a three-point shot. That is going to be off the mark right here, rebounded by Josh Hart. Josh Hart going to push this basketball up court. Going to move this around, and it looks like Karl Anthony Towns going to work on his man right now. Grab all of my additional pieces here. All right, guys, that basketball goes out of bounds. It's going to remain New York Knicks ball with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Right now, the New York Knicks are down, 49-55 is what I see on my TV screen. Brunson will inbound out to Hart. Back to Brunson. Brunson for three. Brunson off the front and the back of the rim. That basketball pops out. It is rebounded coming back the other way. Jalen Duren on the rebound. And Cade Cunningham, step back jump shot. He hits that shot. The score is now 57-49, and that puts Cade Cunningham up to about 21 points, 22 points to be exact. 22 points for Cade Cunningham. 10 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the third quarter as we're opening up this second half right here, guys. We're just getting started. Karl Anthony Towns for three. The shot is off the mark, and it is going to be rebounded here by Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris having himself a bit of a day. He's had 4 shots land for him already. He's got 9 points in this one. Let's see how much more damage he can do. Harris kicks this one out to Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham on the drive. There's contact on the play. It's going to be rebounded by the New York Knicks. Here's the drive, and Bridges will pull up for three. Bridges' shot will fall. The shot is good. The score, 57-52. Up by 5, Detroit Lions. Detroit Pistons. Damn, basketball, football. Detroit Pistons. If I say Detroit Lions, I'm so sorry. It might happen again. There is a poke from behind, giggity, giggity, giggity goo, and that basketball goes out of bounds right there. Looks like it will be Detroit Pistons basketball. Cade Cunningham looking to get the basketball inbounded quickly. He wants to get those points. Great job by the defense. Yo, that's tipped away, and there's the hustle down court. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's going to be Detroit Pistons basketball. A full run. What is it, 96-foot court? Ran the whole length of the court, goes out of bounds before going down. It's out of bounds off of Bridges. I don't know. It looked like Bridges might have touched it, and then Bridges pushes him into the basketball. They're going to say that that's actually a foul on Duren instead. So it's not out of bounds. It was a push, and that's the right call by the officials that he did get pushed out of bounds. And then it's going to actually be New York Knicks basketball. So the New York Knicks, they were showing that replay. I apologize. I should have been more vocal about what was happening there. Moving the basketball around. Here's the drive. Josh Hart on that drive. A big swat at the end of that one as Jalen Duren swats that basketball out of the air. But he does foul Hart on the shot. Hart holding the left elbow. Hart went down, and now he's holding the non-shooting elbow. I think he's okay, but looks like he's in a little bit of pain. It's the playoffs. You're going to have to shake that one off. Baby's first words are going to be giggity. All right. Why is your tie small? What are you talking about? How is my tie small? This tie goes all the way to my belt line, bro. That's exactly where it's supposed to go. Like, literally, the belt is right here. Are you trolling me, Anthony? All right. Here's the second free throw for Josh Hart. I'm going to step away from the comment area. Cat needs to score more, says Common Sense TV. Josh Hart finally up to 4 points right now. He's got 4 rebounds and 5 assists, so he did all the extra work, but now he's getting the points in the column here. Cade Cunningham has the basketball in hand, and he's working on his man. Cade Cunningham kicks this one around. This is the drive from Hardaway. Hardaway from inside the free throw line. Going to try to put it up. Can't quite get it. There's a rebound offensively. Karl Anthony Towns going to be charged with the foul as Thompson goes down. Thompson going to take a trip to the line. So I guess Thompson's going to take a couple of free throws here. Okay, that's the second foul today on Karl Anthony Towns. Here's the first free throw. The first free throw is no good. Thompson's first shot will miss. Thompson's first shot is no good, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the second shot. The score remains 57-53. The Detroit Pistons, the number, what are we saying here? Detroit Pistons shot, that's another one. That one's good. Okay, guys, let's talk about it. Ausar Thompson, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 14 minutes played today. And Jalen Brunson going to bring this one up court. He's working on Thompson right now. There's Brunson on the drive. He makes his move. He pulls up. He shoots. No good. Rebounded by Hart. Back to Brunson. Brunson to Anunoby. Anunoby from the elbow. Anunoby, mid-range jump shot. No good. Hits both sides of the rim. That is recovered. Coming back the other way, Tobias Harris with the rebound there. Here's a three-point shot for Cade Cunningham, who was feeling it off the back of the rim. And this will be batted around. No, it's going to be an offensive rebound here for the Detroit Pistons. There's a shot for 3. Hardaway shot off the mark, rebounded by Josh Hart. Here come the New York Knicks. Here's a wide-open shot. Brunson, a pump fake, a shot, and no good as it goes off the front of the rim. Short. Rebounded here by the Detroit Pistons. Pistons kicking this one around. There's wide open, a difficult bucket actually, as it looked like Hardaway was open. Hardaway was about to take the shot. He decided to pass this one inside, and then a foul underneath the rim. Another foul for Karl Anthony Towns. That's going to put him into some foul trouble today. Towns has 3 fouls already. We are with 8 minutes and 12 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of this game. New York Knicks lead the series 1-0. Here's the first free throw for Hardaway. Excuse me, Tobias Harris, not Hardaway. Tobias Harris, first free throw is good. Tobias Harris, first free throw is good. All right, guys, the schedule scrolling by at the bottom of the screen for you guys. That's the game that's happening right now. That second free throw is good. On Tuesday, tomorrow, the Bucks and the Pacers, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Magic Celtics scrolling by at the bottom of the screen, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. And then on Wednesday, the Miami Heat and the Cavaliers for Game 2. These are all the Game 2s scrolling by at the bottom of the screen right now in the Western Conference. Eastern Conference. Here's the drive, guys. There's the shot. Bridges shot, no good. Rebounded the other way, and here's Tobias Harris on the rebound. Tobias Harris in the front court. Tobias Harris going to lose the basketball, but it's rebounded or recovered by his own team. And they're going to hang on to this. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Tobias Harris finds a man. Ausar Thompson going to go up. Bridges, great defense. And then Josh Hart, dirty rebound. Can't quite get it. There's another shot. Hardaway for 3 off the front of the rim. Another attempt at a putback. Another attempt at a putback. There was 4 offensive rebounds on that one possession right there. Talk about an extended possession. Tobias Harris finally caps off that possession. That gives him 13 points. Here are the New York Knicks trying to answer back. The lead is up to 9 now for Detroit, and this is going to be an empty possession. Here's the drive, the alley-oop. It's going to be good, and there's a foul. Or they say, I see the official looking like he's doing some kind of dance, stepping in right now. Are you going to say that the foul was before the oop, or are you going to say that that was a shooting foul? Because that looked like a shooting foul to me. Should be and 1. The officials are talking about it now. That should be and 1, if anything. Here's Cunningham coming down court. The foul happened during the shot, man. I don't know. It looks, yeah, they're saying it looks to me like a three-point play. That's what I'm saying. It looks like an and one play. Great effort, great athleticism by Thompson. That was a really cool play. Cunningham on the fast break with the momentum right there. They are up right now. Right now, they are up by 9. That shot should count. That should put them up by 11. Flagrant foul. They're looking for a clear path foul. I don't see that. And a flagrant foul, I don't see that either. Where's the foul to begin with? I mean, the basket should definitely count. That looks like a three-point play to me, guys. We're waiting. The officials are talking about what just happened. So if you're wondering why we're not calling any action, it's because the officials are having a conversation about it right now. So we're waiting to hear what the officials have to say about this one, y'all. It does. He's saying that the officials are not batting 100. That's an understatement right there. Guys, the Nuggets-Clippers game is coming up next after this. The Nuggets are up over the Clippers 1-0 in that series. Looks like the officials got that figured out. Thunder-Grizzlies game 2 coming up. That'll be on Tuesday. Meets all the criteria for a clear path foul. What? What is this? I got to turn this up. What the hell are these guys talking about right now? They're saying there was contact, which is fine. I see the contact against Jalen Brunson. But they said they're not going to count the basket either way, or they are going to count the basket. Free throw, clear path, 1 of 2. Misses the free throw, clear path, 2 of 2. Ref initiated review, call overturned. Okay. This is ridiculous. All right, guys, clear path foul, I suppose. I don't know that I like that call. There's that free throw. The shot is short. First free throw, no good. Absolute joke right there. And everyone on the court is confused. Everyone's trying to talk to an official right now. See Josh Hart having a conversation on the side. Hi, gorgeous. Are we? Oh, man. That's great. I don't know if I'm going to eat. I mean, okay. All right, guys. So 2 free throws right there. It was a clear path foul, and then the Detroit Pistons will keep the basketball. So here's the inbounded pass. Cade Cunningham now with the ball in hand. The Detroit Pistons up by 9 still. Nice spin move to get inside. There's the shot. It will fall for Cade Cunningham. The score is now 64-53, 6:45 left to go here. Cade Cunningham now up to 24 points. I know. 24 points today for Cade Cunningham. And the New York Knicks looking to answer back. Bridges was going to pass that to Brunson. Brunson got pushed from behind as he hits the deck. He gets helped up by his buddies. Looks like the foul is on Ausar Thompson. The New York Knicks lead right now, guys. The New York Knicks trail right now. Big time. He's so freaking cute. All right, guys, back to a commercial break. Looks like Knicks are going to take a full timeout. I'm going to show you guys something super cool right now. Oh. I know. He's so cute. He's going to be on that court one day or on the football field one day, and I won't be doing this. He's going to be out there being an absolute athlete. Look at this guy. He just turned 1 week yesterday. And I'm the happiest dad ever. I tell you what. Oh, my goodness. I love this guy. Okay, that's enough baby time. I'm going to give him back to mom. There you go. Got him? Okay. Oh, little man. All right. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see what's up with y'all. There's Sammy, says Robert. Didn't I say the Pistons were going to make these men? Yeah, you did. What up, JT? How you doing, bro? Baby, says JT. Appreciate that, Pringle. Hello, Sammy, says Father Time. Clear path foul is basically pass interference in the end zone. Fair enough. Anonymous Lives or Anonymous Lives, congratulations, man. That is so awesome. Thank you, Anonymous. Appreciate that, sir. Key, I see Key out there. Pistons in 7. JT, thanks for checking in, bro. You've got the vibe of a pro TV. Thank you, man. I can see. Appreciate that, Key. Very, very much. I do appreciate that. Let's go, bad boys. Let's get it. Bruce Wayne, most shocking game I've ever seen. Why would someone throw a bottle at a player, says, well, that sounds like the NFL. That sounds very much like the NFL, throwing bottles at people. Knicks get the comeback. All right, guys, let's ask. Right here, right now. We're at a 50-50 split. I'm going to ask you guys a quick question. Yeah? Okay, perfect. Love you too. I do. I love you. Yes. Yes, I do. I do. Ooh. Pistons. Knicks. Who will win this series, guys? Not this game, but who will win this series? Will it be the Pistons or will it be the Knicks? We are in the middle of a commercial break. The New York Knicks have called a full timeout with 6:33 left to go in the third quarter. Sorry about that. And these are the New York Knicks. You know what I didn't do today? Let's do a head-to-head comparison. Let's take a look. Well, let's do this first. Across the league, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what the NBA looks like right now. If the game were to finish today with the score the way it is, this would be a 1-1 series, but the game is not over. This could easily be a 2-0 series by the end of today. We have 2 games coming up today. The second game I have ready for you guys. This one right here. Take a look at that. There's a lot of stars right now. A lot of stars right now, including Patrick Ewing. Santino and I were just talking about Patrick Ewing. A lot of stars in the house right now in New York, including Ben Stiller, including Rainn Wilson, including some pretty cool names out there. All right, guys, New York Knicks inbounding this basketball. The score is 64-53, Detroit Pistons up by 11. Jalen Brunson on the dribble. Jalen Brunson looking for some help inside. Karl-Anthony Towns going to lose it. This time, Cade Cunningham behind the back, up for the jam. There's the slam. The score 66-53. Detroit Pistons with a 13-point lead now over the New York Knicks. Here's Josh Hart. Hart finds Towns. Towns to Brunson. Brunson working on his assignment right now. It's Malik Beasley. There's the shot over Beasley. The shot is off the mark. Karl-Anthony Towns fighting for the rebound. Can't quite get it. This is going to be stolen. Josh Hart plucks it out of the sky, and it looks like the New York Knicks will hang on to it. There's a dip off. The New York Knicks, man, this is sloppy basketball right now. The New York Knicks, an absolute disaster. What is this? Okay, they are playing tackle basketball right now. Not basketball. There was a dog pile on the court right now fighting over a basketball. And he just said right now, what year is it? These players fighting really hard. They're getting very scrappy in this game. This is hard-nosed basketball, y'all. This is a tough game. All right, New York Knicks, says Plumber. Andre saying Lakers. Knicks going to hit 80 points? Maybe. Maybe. That's a good question, Father Time. Will the Knicks hit 80 points? I would take the over on that, bro. I would take the over on that. Okay. All right, guys, let's find out where y'all are watching from. We're in the middle of a commercial break once again. In case you're wondering why I'm rambling, the Pistons have called a full timeout on their side. The Pistons now have 4 timeouts left. The Knicks also have 4 timeouts left. It's a 13-point game, and when we get back, the Pistons will be up 66-53 with 5:44 left to go in the third. Okay, guys, here's the question for y'all. Where's everyone watching? I see Washington State in the house. I see Madison, Wisconsin in the house. Nice. Epic. Get it? Because Epic is there? Anyways, okay. Madison, Wisconsin in the house. Thanks for checking in, Jennifer Jones. Wisconsin. I have a special place in my heart for Wisconsin, mostly because my wife is from there and also because I actually proposed at Lambeau Field. So, yeah, definitely have, obviously that's in Green Bay, not Madison, but downtown on the river, Midwest, says Father Time, our resident San Antonian, just like myself, our boy Robert Zamora right here in the 210. Shout out to you, Robert Zamora. Portmore, Jamaica is where Simon Plummer's from. Jamaica, man, what up, man? How you doing? Leanna checking in, and she's saying she's in Michigan. Shout out to you, Leanna. Shout out to Anthony Cecil and Anthony Booty. Is that Booty? Butte? Butte? Not sure how to pronounce your last name, bro. Atinocha, California. Go Warriors. I see you fishing up a storm. Leola out in New Mexico. Shout out to you, Leola. Both Anthony's in the house. Pat saying he's up in New Mexico. Plummer saying up, up, and away. That looked like a Superman dunk earlier. I cannot stop eating these Nerds gummy clusters. Southern LA. Okay. Yo, Ray, I didn't realize that you lived in LA. I don't know why I thought you lived in, I don't know why. Well, I know you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, but I didn't know you lived on the West Coast. South Carolina in the house. What up, Rico? How you doing, dude? We are still in the middle of a commercial break, guys. These extended timeouts are pretty rough. People always complaining about how football has too many breaks, but I think basketball has more. Personally. Or at least I think the breaks are longer. Okay. Looks like we're back, guys. Trying to win some towns, lacking right now. What's up, crazy content? Welcome to the chat. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? What up, crazy? Here we go. Crazy. But that's how it goes. Millions of people shot off the mark. Living is foes. Maybe it's not too late. Okay, I'm going to stop singing right now. Here's backing down. Karl Anthony Towns in the paint. The turnaround jump shot not going to fall. Karl Anthony Towns off the mark. It's rebounded by the Detroit Pistons. Here is Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham doing his thing right now. Father time. Here's Cade Cunningham on the drive. Dump off underneath. A good pass. A smart move to dump that one off. Paul Reed going to lay that one up. Paul Reed going to lay that one up. 68-53. Detroit Pistons up right now. It's an 11-0 run in the last 4 minutes and 13 seconds for the Detroit Pistons. Pistons on a pretty good run right now. Detroit Pistons on a pretty good run right now. Are the NFL teams not allowed to be mentioned in this chat? Hell yeah, they are. Why? Why do you ask, crazy? This channel is mostly, yeah, thank you, Robert. Okay, thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Yeah, dude, this channel is called Football Nation, bro. You're watching Football Nation. That's what we talk about. Feel free. Let me know who your favorite football team is. I'm a fan of Buffalo. Rock on, bro. How about them Bills? All right, guys, I'm going to step away from the chat because I want to call this game for those of you who are checking in to listen to the actual gameplay. I do appreciate you guys leaving those comments. Keep those comments flowing, guys. When I see those and I see something that makes sense, we can have a conversation about it. We typically read the comments during commercial breaks. There is no action happening on the court right now. And, of course, as soon as I say I'm stepping away from the chat, we go to a commercial break. So we're back in a commercial break right now. Pistons take a full timeout. 4:56 left to go in the quarter, so let's read some of these comments. We're sitting at 62 likes, guys. We got about 160 of you guys in here. Got about 160 of you guys in here. And now we're coming back. All right, guys, NBA or NFL? Which one is it for you? For me, I'm an NFL fan, but we like NBA. We still like both. You can do both. We can do both. Back-to-back timeout, coaches. One side, it was, I think it was one side then the other. Or at least it was an inbound. Yo, Buffalo, I've never been to an NFL game, but I'm a Bills fan for life. Dude. You know what's funny? Crazy content. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I will be a Dallas Cowboys fan for life, but I've never been to a Dallas Cowboys game either. Matter of fact, I've never been to an NFL game ever myself, and I'm an NFL fan regardless. I've been to dozens of NBA games. Love my San Antonio Spurs. These officials are taking their time, and they are killing me right now. Waiting to hear what the fate of Thompson is going to be. Still waiting to hear what the officials have to say. Thompson's arm is in an illegal position as he defends on the floor. Defensive foul stands. It'll be New York ball. Thompson, 5 points, 4 fouls for Thompson. All that time wasted here by the officials. I don't think that was a second timeout. I think we were still coming off of the full timeout last time. Father time, I don't think it was a second timeout. I think it was the first full timeout, and then it was a coach's challenge. So the Pistons had a full timeout, then the Pistons had a challenge, and they were charged with that second timeout, I guess, because of that. Here's the inbound pass. New York Knicks going to bring this one in. The score is 68-53. New York Knicks with the ball. There's Brunson passing this one around. Here is a shot from Anunoby. Anunoby actually looked like he was going to take the shot. There's the shot. He goes up. The shot is good. OG Anunoby finally getting a bucket there. He has not scored very well today. He now has 6 points. OG Anunoby with just 6. Brunson has 17. Bridges has 16. Anunoby has 6. I have not seen a whole lot out of Karl Anthony Towns, although he does have double-digit numbers, but the rebounding category has not been good for him. Here is a three-point shot that's going to be off the mark right there by Thompson. This goes out of bounds. This will be Knicks basketball. Knicks ball! Spurs ball! I used to always say that. Love that. All right, guys, there's the inbound pass. 4:15 left to go here in the third. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to hit that like button if you have not already done so. Be sure to share this with a friend if you have not already done so. All right, y'all. On the move, there's the shot. There's actually not a shot. It looked like a shot. It was going to be a pass. This goes out of bounds. It's deflected there. It's deflected there by Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson unable to go up with that shot. Here is Schroeder. Schroeder with the basketball in hand. Schroeder going to move this one around. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder going to kick this out. It's going to be stolen this time. It's a steal by Brunson. Jalen Brunson going to kick that out. Brunson to Bridges. Bridges, yes, for 3. It's good. The score, 68-58. It's a 10-point game. Great shot right there. And now Schroeder is working on Bridges. Schroeder kicks this one out to Tobias Harris. Harris working on Hart. Harris going to do the fadeaway jump shot. No good. It's rebounded by Mitchell Robinson. And this time, Jalen Brunson will push it up the court. 68-58. Here is Brunson trying to lob this one around. He finds an open man. Wide open shot for 3 off the rim. No good. Another three-point shot from Bridges. This time, it does not fall. Here's the drive. A great move and a solid take right there coming the other way. This time, it was Malik Beasley of the Detroit Pistons on the shot. The score is 70-58. Detroit Pistons trying to douse the flame right there. Here is a shot by Brunson that rattles the rim on its way down. The score is now 70-60. It's a 10-point game once again. Shot clock going to start as that basketball is rolled up court. Jalen Brunson now up to 19 points. He's made 7 of 17. Not a great shooting day for him today, but he's still got some points. Here is Schroeder. Brunson gets wrapped up with Schroeder. There's going to be a foul right there, and it looks like it's going to be Knicks basketball once again, ladies and gentlemen. Knicks ball. Let's go, Knicks. This is Simon Plummer. What up, Simon? Simon says, let's go, Nick. Let's go, Knicks. Schroeder wrapped up around his man. I like that call. All right, guys, it's a 10-point game. It's a 10-point game right now, and here is Bridges finding Brunson. Brunson working on Hardaway. Brunson going to take a three-point shot off the front of the rim. It's no good. Rebounded this time. Looks like that rebound will go to Jalen Duren. Duren passes this one off, and now it's Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham up off the glass. The shot is good. The score is 72-60, and Cade Cunningham now with 28 points today for Cade Cunningham. 11 of 18 from the floor. Here's a shot. Three-point shot will fall, but they're going to say that there was a foul before the shot right there. So Cunningham shoved Brunson there, and the officials blew the whistle on it. So that's a foul on Cunningham. Cunningham gets his second personal foul. Payne is so far down on the bench, the coaches can see him. 3 fouls, 4 minutes, and a turnover. Yikes. Yeah, it's pretty bad, Father Time. That's pretty bad. All right, guys. The score is 72-60. Jalen Brunson shooting a pair of free throws. The first free throw will fall. The first free throw is good for Jalen Brunson. Guys, tomorrow we've got 3 games. If I cover 2 games, I'm still deciding which ones I'm going to cover. If I cover 2 games, it'll likely end up being the Bucks game, and then I'll cover the Lakers game at night. I might just cover the Lakers game, but here's the extra shot. That shot, second shot, is going to be good. The score, 72-62, New York Knicks trail. Jalen Brunson is up to 21, though. Here are the Detroit Pistons. Pistons find Schroeder. Schroeder passing this one around. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder on the drive inside the paint. Going to float this one up. That bucket's going to land. This time, the New York Knicks now trail by 12. So it's a 12-point game right here, right now. Bench points today, the New York Knicks have 2. The Detroit Pistons have 20. You can see the difference there. The bench is not helping out for New York right now. Here's the drive by the New York Knicks, moving this one around. In trouble. You're going to have to put this one up. McBride, a tough shot for 3 off the glass. The three-point shot will fall. Incredible shot. Our friends would say, bullshit, do it again. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Okay, guys. Here we go. 74-65. There's the shot, a 9-point game. Cade Cunningham's shot is way off the mark right there. Cade Cunningham saying that Brunson got a piece of it. I don't know. He's saying that he got a piece of it. I didn't see it. Doesn't matter. It is now Knicks ball. It is now Knicks ball. The score is 74-65. It's a 9-point game. Jalen Brunson trying to work his way inside the paint over Schroeder. Great focus and body control to elevate and knock down that jump shot from the free throw line. Great shot right there by Brunson. 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And Cade Cunningham going to do what he does. Try to close out this quarter and get at least a shot at the free throw line. Cade Cunningham off the dribble here. It's going to go off his foot. It's going to go off someone's foot right here. Don't think it was on purpose. Also, 3 starters already 30 minutes on the court for Knicks equals tired legs. Big facts, Father Time. Big facts, Father Time. Okay. Cade Cunningham with 10 seconds left to go in the third here. On the dribble. Here's a reach and foul there. Looks like Brunson going to be hit for that one. So Brunson going to be hit with the reach and foul. The score is still 74-67. 5.8 left to go here. 74-67, 5.8 left to go in the third. The New York Knicks would like to make this a closer game before the end of the third. Thank you guys for watching Football Nation. Hey, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If I've had your attention for 5 minutes and you're still with me, hit the like button, please, please, please. All right, guys, here's the drive. They're going to say that that's on a shooting foul, or maybe they're just in the bonus. And the New York Knicks going to send a man to the stripe, and it looks like Cade Cunningham is going to get a couple of shots. If you're new to this channel and you have not subscribed to this channel ever before, stick around, and if I can keep your attention for 5 or 10 minutes, hit that subscribe button. Would appreciate the help there as well. So Anunoby is going to be charged for the foul. Coach not happy about that one. Here's Cade Cunningham to shoot a couple of free throws as the Detroit Pistons are in the bonus here. They're going to get to shoot a couple shots. The first free throw is good. The first free throw is good, and the Detroit Pistons are now up 75-67. 75-67 with 2.6 left to go. Fourth quarter right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. Cade Cunningham getting ready to wrap up this shot right here. Fourth quarter right around the corner. Cade Cunningham takes the shot. This one in and out, and it will be rebounded by the New York Knicks. There's a shot just for funsies off the rim. Almost made that shot. Would have been cool if he had hit that bucket, but I guess it don't matter. All right, guys, the Pistons are up right now, 75-67. We have 12 minutes left to play in this game. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you guys are new, my name is Mario Manuel. I hope you guys are entertained right now. Let's see some of these comments, see if anybody has anything fun to say. I'll pop out the chat right now. Let's find out, guys. We got about 175 people in here. Who is your favorite NBA team? Who is your favorite NBA team? Here we go. Knicks ball, says Plumber. Says Simon. Nobody's ball right now. It is the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. 75-67. Pistons on track to get to 100 points. The Knicks looking like they might crack 80, but we'll see if they could actually get there. The New York Knicks is what Simon Plummer says is his favorite team. Fun saying the Detroit Pistons. What up, Fun? Anonymous Lives saying, I am a Detroit Pistons fan. How about our Spurs fans? Go Spurs, go! Pedro Garcia, welcome, my friend. Robert Zamora, go Spurs, go. How about that? Fishing Up a Storm saying Warriors. Ooh, oof. Wherever Steph Curry is playing, says Father Time. Gary Streen saying the Suns. Yo, the Phoenix Suns, man. I remember Steve Nash doing his thing. I remember Robert Horry doing his thing out there. Hell, I even remember Shaquille O'Neal. I remember when Pop forced that hack-a-Shaq at the very start of that Suns game, and Shaq looks over at Popovich, and Pop looks at him, and he's like, because he knew it was literally at the tip-off. They did a hack-a-Shaq in the first 3 seconds of the game, just because I love Pop. Anyways, okay. So, Gary for the Phoenix Suns. I like it. Pat saying the Grizzlies. Ooh, the Grizzlies got beat pretty bad, Pat. Do you feel okay right now? Are you okay after that whooping? I'm pretty sure that Oklahoma City, what they did should be considered a crime. What Oklahoma City did to the poor Memphis Grizzlies. That was brutal. Leanne saying the Minnesota Timberwolves, one of the most physical teams in the NBA. That's pretty wild right there. Rico checking in right now saying Lakers, the Lackers. Let's go, Derek. Cade Nation says Fun. Mo Williams and Gooby Gibson. Nash was a great player, and big facts. LeBron's sidekick Cavs. LeBron's sidekick Cavs. Sidekicks Cavs. All right, guys. Remember the Fisher shot? Oh, the Derek Fisher shot. The Derek Fisher shot from 3, the LA Lakers over the San Antonio Spurs. How could I forget? I was in like 6th grade, bro. I was in like 6th grade during that shot. Oh, how about that? Okay, so I started Football Nation, but I didn't even start watching football, guys, until I was 18 years old. Actually, until I was about 21. I'm 33 now, so I've been following football closely for the past 13 years. I grew up on basketball. I had a basketball hoop in the driveway. We had a treehouse in the backyard. I would go in the backyard and like put literally just a hoop and try to shoot free throws in the backyard. I grew up on basketball, and I grew up with San Antonio basketball. Let's get to this game that's at hand right now, though. The New York Knicks and the Detroit Pistons. New York Knicks have the ball in hand right now. New York Knicks trail by 8. Score is 75-67. Jalen Brunson with the ball in hand. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Brunson running out of time right here. No movement there. Brunson on the layup. Brunson going to be fouled on the way up. No shot. And this is the kind of basketball that I'm talking about, guys. Brunson gets the ball in his hand, and he'll sit here, and he'll dribble, and he'll do his thing, and he'll come back and forth, right? And he'll look pretty cool, and then he'll try to finish the game. He'll try to finish the shot. He'll put the shot up. But, I mean, you're not going to get any assists off of that is what I'm trying to say. So you don't see a whole lot of assists in this game for either of these teams, and Detroit is making it difficult because every time the Knicks try to pass the basketball, Detroit is sticking their hands in these passing lanes. The first shot by Brunson is going to miss, by the way. Brunson is at the free throw line. The score is 75-67. First of the 2 shots will not fall. Let's see if he can make the second. Anyways, they have not been able to really work. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, I guess, at this point. Doesn't matter. Here's the second shot coming up for Brunson. Brunson's second shot. There's the bucket. Shot's good. The score is 68-75. Jalen Brunson today is up to 24 points. 24 points today for Jalen Brunson. There's Schroeder. Schroeder kicks this one out. There's a shot. The shot is up. The shot is good. 77-68. Anonymous Live says, yes, Barry. Tobias Harris up to 15 points after that shot. Jalen Brunson working on his man. Brunson looks like he's matched up right now against Beasley. It's Brunson versus Beasley. Karl Anthony Towns trying to give a screen right there. Brunson running out of time. There would be an assist if this shot falls. Josh Hart's shot is short, and it is rebounded there by Beasley. So, rebound by the Detroit Pistons. 11 minutes left to go here. It is 77-68, a 9-point game. They're still in it. There's still time to come back. There's a shot out to Beasley. Beasley wide open. The 3 is off the mark, rebounded by Brunson. Brunson now working on Thompson. This is not the matchup that they normally want. He is down. There is the foul. Thompson, another foul there, and Thompson has his own fair share of objections. That looked like Brunson just lost the ball on the drive. I don't know if I like that foul. Nikita's saying, I love football. Go Patriots, go Celtics. Let me guess, you're from New England? Hey, I'm walking over here. That's more New York, isn't it? No, you guys say khakis for, like, the car keys. How do you say I lost my car keys and my khakis if you're from Boston? Sorry, I'm only teasing, Nikita. Am I doing the next NBA game? I am, Mark. Only if you're enjoying this content will I, but if nobody likes what I'm doing, then I'm not going to waste anybody's time. Here we go, guys. There's the inbound pass. The New York Knicks on the march right here. Knicks trying to find a way inside the paint. Here's a shot from three-point land. That shot will fall. It is a beautiful shot and a splash at the end of that one. My goodness, big shot there by Miles McBride. Here's Cade Cunningham. He will lose the basketball, but it will stay with the Detroit Pistons. And that seemed to have fired up the Knicks. The Knicks now trail by 6, so now they're getting closer. Haven't seen a whole lot of three-point shots land for New York. There is a shot from Schroeder. Schroeder's shot going to bounce off the rim, off the backboard, off the rim again, and go in. Another three-point shot. This time it's courtesy of Dennis Schroeder. Here is Brunson wide open. There is a block. It looked like that could have been a goaltend. But either way, the New York Knicks will hang on to it, and a hard-fought position here in the paint. They're saying a jump shot here. Yeah, good luck with that. This jump shot is going to be Jalen Brunson. This jump shot is going to be Jalen Brunson and Delon Wright. Sorry, Jalen Brunson and Jalen Duren. It's going to be Jalen and Jalen. Is the over 80 for Knicks really impressive? No, it's not, Father Time. Boston wins it all, says Nikita. I don't know, Gary. Brunson tried. I'll give him credit. Brunson tried. Woo! A foul there, a hard foul, a block from behind, coming back the other way. Detroit Pistons trying to slam this one down, and a man goes down. Malik Beasley gets chased down from behind, and I don't know if he's flagged by Hart or if he's flagged. I don't know if he's fouled by Hart or if he's fouled by McBride. But Beasley does get hit on the way up. Either way, they are going to take a trip to the free throw line. So the score is 80-71. It's a 9-point game. Malik Beasley with a couple of attempts here. There's the first shot. The first shot falls for Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley up to 8 points right now. If he hits this one, it'll make it 9. Cade Cunningham with 29 points. Jalen Brunson for the New York Knicks with 24 points. Tobias Harris for the Detroit Pistons has 15. Karl Anthony Towns for the New York Knicks has 10. Schroeder for the Pistons has 14. The second shot will fall there for Beasley. He's now up to 9 points. OG Anunoby with just 8. A quiet game today for the New York Knicks, I will say that. All right, guys, Jalen Brunson working on Schroeder. Brunson trying to back down his man. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Karl Anthony Towns getting locked down today. It looks like the New York Knicks just in general are getting locked down today. This is very difficult to watch if you're a Knicks fan. Here's a shot from OG Anunoby, a difficult shot over Cade Cunningham. That is what hoopers do, man. That was a big shot right there. And Anunoby needed to make that one. It was a tough shot, closely contested shot. There's Schroeder's shot wide open. That is going to be rebounded by OG Anunoby. Now Anunoby checking into the defensive side of the game, getting that defensive rebound. Here's Brunson on the right side of the court, backing down a man. Brunson, a turnaround shot, will float that one up and in. And now the score is 75-82. Detroit up 82-75. 7-point game, but it feels like every time the New York Knicks get within 7, the Detroit Pistons will find a way to hit a big shot and extend the lead and change the momentum. Here is Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham inside, feeding this one. Tough through traffic, big strong body. Paul Reed lays that one in. The score is now 84-75. Detroit Pistons with the lead. Here are 27 bench points today for the Detroit Pistons versus just 8 for the New York Knicks. Here's a pass to Anunoby. Anunoby for 3, no good. Offensive rebound there as Hart is hit. It goes out of bounds off the Detroit Pistons. 14 seconds on the clock. No call on that. 14 seconds on the shot clock. 7:51 left to go in this game. Simon saying Cleveland is very good. Cleveland is very good. But nobody watches Cleveland unless they have LeBron. All right, Anunoby to inbound this one. He does find McBride. McBride finds Hart. Hart goes up. Hart's layup no good. He thought he was fouled. It's not going to go. Cade Cunningham on the drive. Cade Cunningham gets fouled on the way up. Cade Cunningham, they're saying it happened before the shot. Another trip to the free throw line today. Holy smokes. Okay, I got to take a look at something, because this seems crazy unfair to me, and I don't think... Okay, free throws. All right, guys. Check this out. 26 free throws for the Pistons. 8 free throws for the Knicks. Something smells off. Something smells off. 26 free throws to 8. I don't know, man. I think these refs just don't like New York. Pistons, after that second free throw, both free throws will fall for Cade Cunningham. The score is now 86-75, 31 points. I have a bag of basketball cards, says Nikita. Texas Tommy, official, checking in right now, says, don't be a Knicks glazer. What is that? There's the pass over here. And it looks like Towns is going to try to get that one. He can't. He passes this one out instead. McBride takes the shot. McBride's shot is off. Stone's got this. Let's go, says Detroit L. Boogies. Here is another shot for Cade Cunningham. It looked like it was tipped right there by Towns. It is rebounded either way and put back up and in by Paul Reed. Here are the New York Knicks and Carl. Here's the New York Knicks and Jalen Brunson working on Schroeder. Here's the pass inside, and it looks like there's a foul there. There better be a foul right there. These officials just don't like the Knicks, man. I'm telling you, the refs on a roll, says Simon. Motor running Pistons, says Leola. Knicks shooting jumpers. Pistons are driving, says Taryn Ward. That's true. Yeah, Detroit came to play. I think there's a size mismatch, man. I think there's just a size mismatch around here. All right, guys, we are going to go back to a quick commercial break. Looks like the Knicks are taking another full timeout. They have 4 timeouts remaining. Should be 3 timeouts after this. They have 3 timeouts after this. So both teams now down to 3 timeouts. You can see that above my head. Neither team is in the bonus. Prop bet scrolling by at the bottom of the screen. Sorry about that. All right, y'all. This is what is up right now. So, looks like it's not over yet. Right, I understand it's not over yet, but it looks like this is going to end up being a 1-1 series. It's still close. We got 7 minutes left to go, but if the game were to be over right now, this would end up being 1-1. The other one that I do like, or the other game that we're actually going to be covering today, I should say, I don't know why I'm just like, it's like I'm talking on autopilot without thinking about what I'm going to say, and it's the weirdest thing. I don't know how I'm doing this right now. It's just like I'm rambling and I go off track. Let me be more intentional with what it is that I'm trying to say. Our next game up today, ladies and gentlemen, is this matchup between the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Clippers. In Game 1, the Denver Nuggets got the win. It was a tough game. Nikola Jokic led the entire squad in basically every category. Points, rebounds, assists, blocks, all of it. Nikola Jokic was everywhere. On the other side, James Harden put on a good show, but James Harden was not alone. Kawhi Leonard contributed as well, and a few other players for the Clippers, but we'll talk about that game when we get to that game after this one. We are midway through the 4th quarter. This could be a good time for me to start making some adjustments. Yeah, I think this will be a good time for me to do that. Okay, so that's what we'll do. I'm going to go to this screen, go into studio mode. I'm going to be quiet for just a moment, guys, while I make some adjustments here. Not Golden State. It's going to be Nuggets. Where are my Nuggets at? Where are my Nuggies at? Okay. Here's my Nuggies. Game recap. Where's my overview? Where's my head-to-head? 2, 3. Overall. Okay, cool. Sweet. Game recap. Game 1 recap. That's going to be for the next game for the Nuggets. Cool. Point guards for the Nuggets game. We're in the middle of a commercial break, guys. You're not missing any of the action. They're starting to get back to it. Shooting guard. NBA, Nuggets, Clippers. Shooting guard comparison. Love it. Small forward comparison. They're talking about this 21-0 run in Game 1 that they had for the Knicks, and today that just did not happen for them. A 21-0 run, that is crazy. Okay, I'm going to have to wait for the next commercial break to finish what I was doing. Let's get back to this one. I'm going to exit studio mode and go back. All right, guys, moving the basketball around well. Here's a wide-open shot, and that's going to fall for Jalen Brunson. He does get that off an assist. A three-point shot will fall. The score is 88-78. Jalen Brunson now up to 29 points. He's made 10 of 22 from the field. Cade Cunningham pushes this up to Schroeder. Schroeder on the court right now working on Brunson. Turns away from the challenge. This time Karl Anthony Towns gets the swat right there, but it looks like there was a foul on looks like Brunson. He's going to be charged for the foul there. So Brunson going to be charged for the foul. Let's move this lighting here just a little bit. That's better. That's better. Score is 88-78. And Schroeder's at the free throw line. There's one. First shot is good. Schroeder up 16 points today. Cade Cunningham 31. Check out that box score. Take a look at these numbers over here, guys. Cade Cunningham 31 points. Tobias Harris with 15. Beasley with 9. Duren with 8. I mean, Schroeder's out there. That second shot will fall for him. And that's 16 points for Dennis Schroeder. All right, the Knicks get the basketball back. The Knicks trail by 12. Jalen Brunson moving this one around. They're showing the numbers right there. 28 free throws to 8 free throws. Here is a foul. And it looks like the foul is going to go on. Trying to see who's going to be charged for that foul. Looks like Malik Beasley is going to be charged for the personal foul right there. So Beasley charged for the foul. It's a 12-point deficit for the New York Knicks. 6 minutes and 19 seconds left to go in this basketball game. Can they find their way back in this one? So Bridges working on Thompson. There's a wide open pass inside. Josh Hart got to find his way in. He does get fouled on the way in. He's going to get a couple of free throws. I guess he will. He's going to take a trip to the free throw line. A couple free throws coming our way right now for Josh Hart. So Josh Hart going to shoot a couple of buckets right here. Okay, power forward. Josh Hart going to shoot a couple of free throws. I'm still getting myself ready for the next game that should be coming up here. It's the power forward position, center position. First shot falls, guys. That shot is good. First shot is good for Josh Hart, ladies and gentlemen. First shot is good for Josh Hart. He's going to ready to shoot his second shot to make this a 10-point game. The shot will fall. The score is now 90-80. The score is now 90-80, ladies and gentlemen. And here are the Detroit Pistons with 6 minutes left to go in this one. The New York Knicks lead the series 1-0. They want to make it 2-0, but it's going to be easier said than it is going to be done. Trying to poke that one away. Karl Anthony Towns unable to get it. Jalen Brunson now working on Thompson here. Thompson working on Brunson. That's a fadeaway jump shot. It's not going to land. Rebounded by Towns. And Jalen Brunson with a chance to make it a single-digit deficit here has the basketball in his hand. What can he do on this play? Brunson trying to, nice, takes the shot right there from the man coming in. Pump fake, takes the shot. It should be a pair of free throws. It looked like he was inside that three-point line. It will be a two free throws. It is going to be 2 free throws. The officials did blow the whistle on that one. Finally, there's a shot there. Jalen Brunson getting ready to put these up. I guess we can leave those for now. Those will be the easiest ones to change. First shot for Jalen Brunson is good, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Brunson doing his thing right now. Another free throw coming his way right now. You're watching Football Nation. I am your host, Mario Manuel, and right now I am quiet because I'm trying to make some adjustments to get ready for our second live stream, which is coming up immediately after this game. I want to make sure that I can have all the data to talk about this game coming up with you guys as the game unfolds. There's a shot from Jalen Brunson. The second shot will fall. The score is 90-82. Score is 90-82, and the Pistons are now up by 8. Jalen Brunson up to 31. Cade Cunningham also with 31 points. Here we go. Great job by these superstars to earn their paychecks. Here's the pass inbounds. There's the pass inside of the three-point line, I should say. Malik Beasley finds an open lane here. There's a shot. There's going to be a foul. Looks like it's an off-ball foul. Someone is down right now. And they are fired up. New York Knicks fans are fired up right now. Looks like that foul will give them the basketball back. 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Jalen Brunson working on his man. He goes inside the paint. He lays this one up and in. It's now a 6-point game, and the New York Knicks are still alive. 5 minutes left to go in this basketball game. Here is the drive by the Detroit Pistons. Can the Pistons finish this one here? They got to close this one out. Tobias Harris kicks one into Hardaway. Hardaway passes this one inside. That is going to be a foul. It's not Hardaway, excuse me. Hardaway's not on the court right now. Looked like that was Beasley kicking it inside to Duren. So Beasley tried to find Duren inside on the court right now. On the court right now for the Pistons, we've got Harris, Duren, Cunningham, Schroeder, and Beasley. You dig? You dig? All right, guys, Jalen Brunson going to the locker room. Don't know why right now. That's not going to be a good sign here. That's not a good thing. Jalen Brunson going to the locker room now for the New York Knicks, and the Knicks might be in trouble. Here we go off the dribble. Cunningham going to try to march his way past Anunoby. I don't know if it'll be that easy. Josh Hart tries to get the steal. It goes out to Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris shoots the three. It's no good. It is rebounded here by Josh Hart. And it looks like Cunningham going to be fouled right there as well. And players starting to get a little chippy. Players starting to get a little chippy. Josh Hart trying to pass the basketball back to the referee. It almost hit Schroeder in the head. Schroeder not liking that. Schroeder not liking that. Everything's good. Everything's good. You can see them saying, hey, we good, dog. We're good. We're good. Both teams getting frustrated here. What a good no-look pass. Cunningham almost got it. Oh, man. Wow. Okay, guys, couple of free throws coming up here for OG Anunoby after that foul. There was a foul. OG Anunoby, New York Knicks in the bonus right here. There's a free throw for OG. That shot will fall. The score is now 85-90. It is a 5-point game. Ooh. Timeout going to be called right there. Let me finish up what I was doing. Okay. Small forward away. Let's see this. Small forward away. Sorry, guys. Making some adjustments still for the next live stream during these commercial breaks. Small forward. This should be power forward away. These are alphabetical. Why is this so hard for me? There we go. Oh, this is shooting guard away. Do you guys want to see what I'm working on? So that way it's not just like a mystery and why I'm just being so quiet here. Let me show you guys. All right, guys, this is what we're putting together. So now we're putting together our live stream for the next one, and I've got all of these plugged in. But still some residuals from the game that's at hand. Of course, don't know how that happened. NBA team stats. Which one is this one? Away, it's going to be Clippers. Okay, see? So then we turn these stats on, and now we can see some of this other stuff. We'll talk about this during the next game, but right now I'm just making sure that everything gets set up the way that it needs to be. I'm going to leave this one Pistons graphic here so we can talk stats at some point, but I'm going to go ahead and start plugging in everything else, Clippers and Nuggets here as we get ready for this next game. Clippers, Nuggets coming up here in just a moment. Okay, this is point guard away, PG away. Oops. PG away for the other game, though. Mario, what are you doing? PG away. Beautiful. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. And then we're still on the current game, so we'll leave it as is. On the home team stats, we can change this. Home team stats. In the NBA, this one's going to be, yeah. Look at those numbers. What? Okay. We're going to leave that one. Point guard home. PG home. Shooting guard, home. Sorry, guys. I know I'm being quiet and I'm being awkward, but right now I'm working on something, and I want to make sure that we have a clean transition. We are in the middle of a commercial break. When we get back from the commercial break that we're currently in, we will have action. Shooting guard, small forward, home. Small forward, home. This is the wrong setup. Small forward, home. Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, NBA, power forward, home, center, home. All right, guys. Looks like we're getting back to the action. Okay, we're back to the action, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few minutes left to go. 4:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. It is a 4-point game. This game was starting to get out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. This game was starting to get out of control. Here is a free throw. There it is. The score is 86-90. An 8-0 run for the New York Knicks in the last minute and 45 seconds. Can they do a 21-point run like they did last time? I don't think they'll need it. But here's Cade Cunningham on the drive. Cade Cunningham goes up. He is fouled on the way up. He will take a shot at the free throw line. He will also get a trip to the free throw line. Why you tripping? So Cade Cunningham going to get a couple of free throws here. Okay, we got this one. That is correct. The only thing I'm going to need to change, okay. The only thing I'm going to need to change here is this one. I think I have everything else. Yep. Head-to-head comparison. I think we got, yep, this game, last game. Yep. Point guard situations. Yep. Okay, we're good. All right, guys, that first free throw is going to fall. I think we are just about set up for this next live stream. What is going on? Welcome to Football Nation. Stick around, guys. Let's have some fun. Let's do this. 92-86 after this free throw falls. The score is 92-86. It's a 6-point game with 4 minutes left to go. Jalen Brunson gets wrapped up by Schroeder right there to start. Brunson wanted the foul. Not going to happen. Schroeder at risk of collecting another foul right there. There's still, I mean, he's got plenty to give. Brunson does have 4 personal fouls against him, though. 10 seconds left to go on the shot clock. New York Knicks with the basketball trying to find their way inside. This is a pass and a shot. This is a big shot. That's not going to fall right there. And the score remains 86-92. Rebounded this time by Cade Cunningham. Shot off the mark there. There's Cade Cunningham going inside. His shot also off. No foul here. New York Knicks coming back with it. Mikal Bridges working on his man. Bridges against Tobias Harris. He gets swatted under the rim. Oh, that was dirty. Here's Cade Cunningham out to Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder wide open. Off the rim, no good. Josh Hart goes up for it. He's pushed down to the ground. There's a foul there. Looks like it's a loose ball, off-ball foul maybe. What a rebound, though, to have to get up there and get it. That's a dirty, tough, difficult foul. Both teams in the bonus, or at least the New York Knicks are in the bonus right now, excuse me, which means the Knicks are going to get a couple of shots at the free throw line here. Knicks going to get a couple of shots at the free throw line after that, since they are in the bonus. Interesting how this has worked out. It's just a 5-point game right now. The New York Knicks only outscoring the Detroit Pistons by 1 in the second quarter, and they're up by 3 right now in the fourth quarter. If you're curious about that, you can see this right over here. This is how every quarter has developed. Feel free to zoom in on this, guys. Put your fingers on the screen. Mira, just like that. Whoop, you can zoom on in on that. By the way, guys, I'm going to be live immediately after this live stream to cover the next game. So if y'all are interested in catching that game with us here on Football Nation, you know what to do. 9:01 p.m. here in San Antonio, Texas. Should have had tip-off here already, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, tip-off was at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have not had tip-off yet. That's okay. We've still got the conclusion of this game at hand. This is where it is at, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we make our money. This is where we put on the moves. Detroit Pistons, 92. New York Knicks, 87. And if we take a quick look here at the starting lineups for the New York Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns today having himself a couple of points. Let's look at these full box scores really quick here. So starters for the New York Knicks. And we're going to do this by points. Okay, most points right now, Jalen Brunson with 33. Brunson has 33 points. Mikal Bridges has 19 points right here. OG Anunoby with 10, Karl Anthony Towns with 10, and Josh Hart with 7. 33 points. 33 points by this dude. What an absolute performance. And he's not the only one killing it right now, because on the other side, down the court over there, we've got 30-plus points as well for Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham up to 33 points. Both of these guys neck and neck right now. There's that free throw that will fall. We're back to it, guys. The score, 88-92. It's a 4-point game. This is so close, guys. 88-92. Cade Cunningham going to try to drive. Karl Anthony Towns a little bit disoriented there. Here's a 3-point shot in and out as it rattles the rim. Karl Anthony Towns dives to save this one. Here's a shot for Bridges for 3 to make it a 1-point game. No over-the-back foul. You've got to be kidding me. OG Anunoby gets up. Here's Cade Cunningham as he pushes down court. These officials just not paying attention. I don't know if they're watching the basketball or if they're actually watching the players, but there's a lot of extracurricular activity happening right here. The Detroit Pistons have the basketball in hand. Here is a difficult shot with the shot clock winding down out of time. There is a shot clock violation and a turnover here. A turnover, ladies and gentlemen. The Detroit Pistons going to give this one back to the New York Knicks after the shot clock violation. So the New York Knicks now, 2:32 left to go in this basketball game. The score is 92-88. Here is Jalen Brunson running up against Schroeder. The step back jump shot will land for Brunson. Brunson's shot is good. 12-2 run with the last 4 minutes. 92-90, ladies and gentlemen. It's 92-90. It's now a 2-point game with 2 minutes left to go. Here is Schroeder, eye to eye with Brunson. He finds Cade Cunningham, the star of this team, the hero and the savior, who's now working on Karl Anthony Towns. The alley-oop, and it goes down. How about that? Credit on the assist. Jalen Duren gonna slam that one down. Got to inbound this pass. Jalen Brunson gonna bring it up court. 4-point game, 150 left to go. Jalen Duren with 10 points, though. How about that? Better than game 1. Here is a 3-point shot right there. A shot at the free throw line. Jalen Brunson with a little pump fake, and then he gets the contact. You know that pump fake, go into it and then shoot? That's kind of what just happened right there. Brunson immediately looked at the official and went, yo, 3, right? That's 3, right? Okay, we're going to shoot these. So Jalen Brunson at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot his first shot. Right now, the win probability for the Detroit Pistons is 64.7%, according to ESPN. According to ESPN, 60. God, my dyslexia is ridiculous. Brunson's first shot will fall. Brunson's first shot will fall. A 3-point play would be huge for the Detroit Pistons, for the New York Knicks right now. Here's the shot coming up right now. 150 left to go. Brunson's shot is good for number 2. The second shot makes the score 94-92. Jalen Brunson now up to 37 points today. The New York Knicks lead the series 1-0. I'm going to say that once again. 1-0 in this series. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the conclusion, in the waning moments of this game. If you're new to this channel, my name is Mario. Stick around. Let's finish this game together. There's the third shot for Brunson, and it is out. No good. Cade Cunningham with the rebound right there. They've moved tip-off to 10:12 p.m. Eastern time. So in 5 minutes is the next tip-off here. I think it's going to happen whether this game is over or not. Here's Schroeder, who kicks this one inside. Schroeder going to find a man, but Jalen Duren going to lose it. It's now a 2-point game right here, and the Knicks have a chance to tie it up. Here is Jalen Brunson working on Schroeder. Brunson trying to dribble it out. He finds a wide-open Josh Hart, who goes up and slams it. The score is 94 all. 94-94. We are tied right now, and it is loud. It is loud, loud, loud. In New York, you can hear them shouting right there. Tobias Harris has the basketball for the Detroit Pistons. Schroeder working on his man. Schroeder going to take the three-point shot. Schroeder is good. The shot's good. And the score is now 97-94. Detroit Pistons back on top. Good shot right there by Schroeder. Ooh, these guys are coming in hot. Detroit Pistons bench with 34. Jalen Brunson goes up for the shot. Looked like he might have rolled his ankle from the three-point line. He did go down. The shot is no good. 40 seconds left to go in the game. There's a pass to Schroeder. No foul here. You got to get no foul here and try to get a bucket quickly. Running out of time. Here's Cade Cunningham. Drops the shoulder. No foul. No charge. A three-point shot. No good. It is rebounded by the New York Knicks. A three-point game. Here's the drive. Brunson. They might as well foul him now and force him to shoot too. Brunson gonna drive. Brunson gonna kick this one out. Mikal Bridges for three. Short. It is rebounded by the Knicks. It rebounded by the Pistons, and they have to foul. 8.1 left to go. 8.1 left to go. It is now in the hands of the Detroit Pistons. Schroeder going to go to the free throw line, and this is going to come down to a couple of free throws. Can Schroeder make this one and extend it to a two-possession game? First free throw, guys. Here we go for Schroeder to make it a two-possession game. Schroeder's shot is short off the front of the rim. There is light at the end of the tunnel. That free throw missing. Well, not quite yet. If he misses both of them and the Knicks get the rebound, Knicks have 2 timeouts remaining here as well. 8 seconds left to go in this basketball game, dude. 8 seconds. Down by 3. New York Knicks hoping that they can get the win right now. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's very, very close right here. A free throw that lands will make this a lot more difficult, and Schroeder knows that he needs to hit this shot. Here's Dennis Schroeder. Takes the shot, and it falls. It is a two-possession game now, and that changes everything. 8.1 left to go. We are going to get tip-off here shortly. Yeah, yes, says Harold. Okay, man. The next game should be starting here shortly. We got over 300 people watching right now. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Let's effing go. Bad boys, let's get it, says Key. What up, guys? Dang, what the heck? Cat, how does he only put up 10 points? Leola saying tied. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Appreciate you guys watching Football Nation. We'll have a tip-off here for the next game in just a few moments, I guess. Okay. Let me do this preemptively, too. I knew I was going to need to make a couple additional changes. Okay, settings. I think that'll help. Perfect. (47-34) rebounds. That's insane. All right, guys, let's get back to it. We're now back in the action. Inbounding this pass, New York Knicks. Brunson for three. Brunson shot off the rim. It is rebounded by the Knicks. Rebounded by the Pistons. Another foul, immediate foul. Brunson needed that shot that would have been like a career shot for him. It does not land. That's okay. He's going to get a couple of free throws here, and when the next game starts, we'll cover the next game, guys. Got to wait for that game to start, though. '98, '94. All right, the first free throw is good. Sorry, guys, I got Starbursts and stuff now. Candy and snacks and crap that I shouldn't be eating. Oh, it's just the way it is. The score is 99-94. The Detroit Pistons, with another free throw, have once again made it a two-possession game. I don't see a way for the New York Knicks to come back in this one anymore. This one might be it, guys. With 3 seconds left to go, it's a two-possession game. I think we can go ahead and update the other graphic here as well. You know, the other graphic, the one that says what the records are. Let's go ahead and update that. Get another copy of it. All right, so Knicks going to lose this game, guys. I'm going to go ahead and say that now. Knicks Pistons. Sweet. Download, share, page 18. Man, my canvas crazy, dude. Cool. D-E-T-R-O-I-T. Almost says Det Riot, but close. Mike saying, woo woo. I'll have an adult beverage for you, Mario. Thank you, Father Time. Let's go, Detroit. Please fire Tibbs tonight. Why Mitch Robb didn't play in the fourth quarter when Cat was struggling the whole game? Curtis Caldwell has his thoughts about this right here. Simon Plummer, thumbs up, says Harold. Micah Kimbrough saying Knicks don't have enough tonight. They didn't have enough tonight. They didn't have enough tonight. It sounds like at this shook rate, those Pistons pretty much have this game in the bag. Yeah, dude, it looks like the Pistons have this one in the bag. This will be the final score, guys. That is it. Here comes the inbound pass. Doesn't matter. The final score is going to be 100-94, ladies and gentlemen. That is the final score of this game as Jalen Brunson's shot is off the mark. Doesn't matter. It is now 1-1. That is this one here. Let's update this. Still not there. All right, guys, it's now going to be 1-1. And once this gets updated, I'll have this ready for you guys in just a few moments. I needed to do this. If you guys want to cast me for the next live stream, guys, here, let's go ahead and give you all the link for that. All right, guys, if y'all want to catch me in the next one, the score right now is 0-0. Analytics. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to be for the next one. We'll catch y'all in 30 seconds.